and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Nice. Well, we finally get back at it after unprecedented weather events in this area the last 3 days. What have the last 3 days been like for you and the coaches and the players trying to figure out what the heck to do with yourselves?
Well, first of all, we hope everybody was safe. I mean, I know there was a lot of flooding and everything going on, so, hopefully everybody came out of that okay. And for us, I mean, it was just, coming in, trying to get, guys were on their own pretty much, come in, get their throwing in, get some treatments, hitting the cage. That was pretty much what it's been for the past couple of days. So it's been a long time since we've been part of, rainouts that are, even the day in advance. So it just gives you an idea how the weather was. But, everybody reintroduced themselves to each other today. And so we're here for a doubleheader.
It's almost like another all-star break. What is the layoff? What's the effect on the team, whether it's decisions you make, like trying to get guys back in, or the starting rotation certainly, or, just hitters trying to get their rhythm, whatever the case?
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm sure for the Road Warrior team, I'm sure those guys, it was probably a well-deserved and well-wanted break where they really didn't have to do anything for a couple days. But on our end, we juggled our starting pitching around a little bit. Because Sanchez only threw one inning the other day against Sugar Land, we're going to throw him in Game 2 today, and that's going to push Logan back till tomorrow. And we'll throw Carson in Game 1 today. So we're going to go with Carson and Sanchez today. And, and position player-wise, we don't have a lot of flexibility right now. We only have 2 guys on the bench. And, so we're going to be rotating some guys around here for a little while. But, it'll be good to get the guys back out there. And, hopefully everybody should be hungry. And they should be well-rested and ready to play.
You were down in the field on Sunday with Eric and John Gibson, and seeing the conditions up close. What great of a job was that from the Revs staff to be able to get the field to the point where you could at least get that game in?
No, I mean it was a great job by them. I mean, from the warning track all the way into the middle of center field, everything that everybody did was. It was incredible for the amount of water that field took on. But, we didn't get the results we wanted, of course. But, it was good to get those games in, because playing 8 or 9 games in 7 days in Texas is really not something that we wanted to do. So, we gave it our best shot here, but just came up a little short.
We mentioned the position player situation's a little thin at this point, and I know Clark went on the DL the other day. Tejeda's inactive today. How much light can you shed on either of those situations and what you're looking at?
Well, Tyler Clark is probably going to be at least 4 to 6 weeks before there would even be any kind of therapy or at that point. So I'm going to say pretty much Tyler. That might be season ending pretty much for what he got going on. And Tejeda, we're, we just having a few issues with visas and different things like that. So so for right now, we have to make him inactive, and, we're trying to work through those things. We have some people locally here trying to help us with that, and it was nobody's fault. It was just kind of a red tape thing that got caught up, and so right now we're just trying to weed our way through that. But and then we brought Roger Diaz back in because we need 2 catchers on the roster, so Roger was close, and everything with Tejeda transpired yesterday for the most part. So we were kind of under the gun to get somebody in here. So we have him here, and then we've had Henry Castillo. He's been here for probably a week now, and I don't even think he's taken an outside batting practice because we haven't been on the field for any pregame work for so long. I think it's almost a week. I think it was Friday, our first day back, from the road. So we've been. We were in Lancaster, so Friday last week was our first and only day out on the field. So, and we know we won't be on the field in Texas for any pregame with 100-degree weather down there. Nobody ever is. So we'll get Henry in the game today. He'll play the second game, and and Diaz will catch a second game. So all our position players are going to play today, and get ready to head out of town tomorrow.
Was Clark an awkward catch again or something like that?
It was actually the catcher's interference that got him. When the bat hit the mitt, it hit his ring finger on his left hand, and that's kind of been the issue.
Yeah. Well, lastly, you also add some bullpen depth with Blanco coming in. What have the reports been on him, and how did that acquisition go down?
Well, hard thrower. He was released. He had been released for about maybe 7 or 10 days, and we actually got him signed last week. I'm losing track of days because because of how much we've been on and off. But yeah, I mean, he's been here since pretty much since the weekend, and we were able to get him a physical, and now we get him activated for tonight.
Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. A lot of info, obviously, in that edition here tonight with all the roster goings on, and Revs, meanwhile, the crazy schedule on top of it with all the rainouts this week, and echo Mace's sentiments that hopefully everybody did okay safety-wise with flash floods in some areas around here. And then, of course, the schedule gets crazy with the fact that they're probably not going to sleep tonight and heading to Sugar Land bright and early in the morning. In fact, so bright and so early that it won't even be bright yet. The sun won't even be anywhere close to up yet when they depart this facility in the wee hours. But it's been a strange week. Revs trying to get through it, and a doubleheader sweep today would help as they try to propel themselves right back toward first place in the Freedom Division second half. That big trip to Sugar Land looming. One more here tonight to wrap up what'll be a rain-shortened homestand. And Mace and Ellie Rodriguez exchanging lineup cards for Game 2 just moments ago. We'll take a quick break. We'll get you those starting lineups for Game 2 with Jonathan Sanchez facing Felix Baez coming up here shortly as our coverage between games continues after this.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Game 2 coming up shortly. Jonathan Sanchez walking back toward the Revs dugout. He has wrapped up his pregame routine. And the starting lineups for Game 2 are brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Road Warriors, they will have Alfredo Silverio move from 9th in the order in Game 1 to lead off. In Game 2, he's in left field. Hermindo Escobar will catch and bat second. Hitting third and right field is Jorge Fernandez. Jose Ruiz will DH and bat cleanup. Geraldo Valentin at first base is batting fifth. Gustavo Pierre will play short again and hit sixth. Edwin Gomez at third base bats seventh. Chris Rivera, our pal who was with the Revs the first couple of weeks of the season, he'll be at second base hitting eighth. Versatile guy who can catch and also play infield. Second base tonight. And Matt Hibbert rounds it out in center field, batting ninth. Again, it's Silverio, Escobar, Fernandez, Ruiz, Valentin, Pierre, Gomez, Rivera, and Hibbert for the Road Warriors. That's how they will line up for Game 2 tonight. For the Revs, they will have this lineup for the second game. Jared Mitchell in right field leads it off once again. Alexi Casillas, second base, bats second. Wellington Dotel is in left field and hitting third. Cleanup man is Malky Mesa doing the DHing. Michael Burgess Sr. at first base bats fifth. Jose Cuevas will play third base and hit sixth. Travis Witherspoon is in center. He'll bat seventh. The debut tonight of Henry Castillo. He is at shortstop batting eighth. And Roger Diaz returning to the Revs will do the catching and hit ninth. Again, Mitchell, Casilla, Dotel, Mesa, Burgess, Cuevas, Witherspoon, Castillo, and Diaz for the Revs in Game 2. As they have been introduced to the field, they've changed the apparel, and they'll go with the alternate white jerseys in Game 2 with the navy and gold shoulder stripes. As Sanchez grabs the game ball, and we'll warm up with Diaz, the field freshly lined for Game 2. Looking sharp as the Revs get set to finish this rain-shortened 5-game homestand. Was supposed to be 6. And Sanchez, one of the victims of that rain over the weekend, only went 1 inning in his scheduled start Sunday in Game 2 of that doubleheader against Sugar Land. So he'll get another crack at it tonight. Get another crack at a Game 2 doubleheader start. And he literally could not have started sooner than this in terms of calendar days. The Revs have not played since, so it was unfortunate that his start was interrupted after 1 inning, but it was a 2-hour, 34-minute rain delay, the third longest in Revs history. And he does get back on the mound here tonight. Road Warriors, by the way, have switched to their road gray for Game 2 of the Twin Bill. Sanchez overall no record, 1.84 ERA. And tonight his 5th start, the last one again, only 1 inning in length. And it's a shame because he looked good early in that one, looked like he might have a really good day, and we never did get to find out. Revs ended up dropping that game 5-1. His inning was scoreless, but they only managed 1 hit in Game 2 of that doubleheader last week. They already have a win under their belt tonight. Now they go for a sweep. Sanchez 14 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned, 8 walks, 13 strikeouts. And Silverio will lead things off. First time facing the Road Warriors for Sanchez, who, like Carson, will go from the stretch. And our Dasher Investment Services first pitch for Game 2. It is fouled back against the screen. We are underway. First pitch thrown at 8:23 with dusk setting in upon us here tonight. 86 degrees, our game time temp. Clear skies, weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And Sanchez, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 92. Silverio hitting at 207. 5 home runs, 24 driven in. Carson held him hitless in 3 at-bats in Game 1 tonight. And Sanchez, the 0-2. Swinging a tapper down to first. Burgess knocks it down, picks up, and can't get there. And Silverio is safe to lead off the game. An error on Burgess. It was weakly hit off the end of the bat. Seemed to be a routine play. And Sanchez thought so and didn't get over to cover quickly enough. Once Burgess picked it up, and he'll toss some paraphernalia away. I'm not sure, something came off his wrist maybe that bothered him. He throws it aside, but once he recovered it, could not get to the bag in time. And he realized it with a couple of steps to spare, and you could sense the frustration. Here's Escobar now. The catcher batting second. Shortens and jabs at it, bunts through it on a pitch that would have been away, but it's strike 1.
Sanchez gets a break there and gets ahead early. But that play with Burgess, it's one where it was really in between whether he was going to charge that or wait back on it. And he got an in-between hop. It came up on the glove a little bit, and then he was lost from there.
On a stretch. And the 0-1. Not bunting. Late swing, and it's a whiff. Foul tip into the mitt. Escobar playing in his 11th game, making his 7th start. 4 for 18 at the plate. Hitting .222, 1 home run. Silverio on at first base. Has 1 steal in 3 tries. And the 0-2. Breaking ball, hit in the air, shallow right center. Witherspoon comes trotting in. He is there, and he's got it. Had him played medium deep, but the angling was perfect over toward right center. Just jogs in and handles that for the first out.
Weak contact is the theme with Jonathan Sanchez, a guy who doesn't throw too hard at this point in his career and can really, really get guys out in front with his changeup, cutter, breaking pitches, whatever it is, and doesn't induce a lot of hard contact, which is great.
Now 1 down. Here is Jorge Fernandez. 3-hole hitter. First move is to first base. Silverio back standing. Fernandez at .239, 8 home runs. 1 for 4 in Game 1. He singled high up off the arch nemesis. Switch hitter batting from the right. They set up in. Sanchez the pitch. Swing, and he pops him up. Another chance for Burgess, perhaps, backing up along the line. He waits. It's going to be Casilla behind him. Alexi's got it over from second base on the play, and that's out number 2.
Another pop-up. Nothing that really is in danger of dropping. I mean, Alexi's not going to drop that ball, and it's just weak contact. Sanchez gets somebody to pop one up, get ahead of him.
Our umpiring crew in Game 2, Scott Hart behind the plate, Tim Russo at first, and Bill Reuter at third base. Here is Jose Ruiz DHing, hitting cleanup. Open stance from the left. big fella waggles the bat. First pitch fastball is a hair low. Ruiz listed at 6'3", 235, native of Santiago, Cuba. He was tearing it up in Mexico last year, was there to start this year. 1 for 3 with a double in game 1. Sanchez with the pitch. It is down and away. Looking for a scoreless first inning. Ruiz hitting at 298 since joining the Road Warriors. No home runs, 7 driven in. 36 games played. Since coming back north of the border, he was with Saltillo. Sanchez sets the letters, the 2-0. It misses down low. I always think of crackers when I hear Saltillo.
Like saltines, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which I wonder what we're going to get on the trip to Houston tomorrow, because I've heard a nasty rumor that Southwest is doing away with the peanuts.
I'd be devastated. See, I'm a big fan of the airline pretzels.
There's a fastball. It's a strike on the outside corner.
But to get rid of the airline snacks in general, I mean, everybody's already paying top dollar to get on a flight. Least they could do is give you a little small bag of snacks.
What are they going to get rid of next? The wings? There's the 3-1. Runner goes, swinging a jam shot foul off the fist down the third base side. It'll be a full count. And Silverio will be running automatically on the next one, 3-2 with 2 outs. We were on Delta for one of the trips last time, and we had just all sorts of options opened up for us. Southwest keeps it simple. They know what they do well, although maybe not any longer from what I've heard. There's the payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball. That jammed him. Rolls it right down to third. Cuevas with it. Throws over to first to end the inning. As Sanchez twice in a row gets right in on the knuckles of Ruiz. One was foul. This one a clean roller hugging the blades of grass right down to third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We've played a half inning in game 2. It's the Road Warriors nothing, the Revs coming up.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sauble's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Scoreless first inning for Jonathan Sanchez. Revs come to bat against right-hander Felix Baez for Game 2. Baez for the Road Warriors, 2-7. ERA is .566 in 14 starts. Has been hurt by walks. 68 in the third inning, 71 hits, just over 1 per inning, but 41 walks. Almost 6 per 9 innings, 54 Ks. Mitchell leads it off. First pitch. It is a fastball up in the zone, a called strike. Mitchell has been steadily producing, and he's up to 270 now. 2 for 4, steal, and 2 runs in the opener. There's the 0-1, and he checks and lays off. A sinker down and away. Appeal to third, confirming that. Mitchell now 11 for 26 his last 7 games. Pitch to him. That is up and in. It is 2 balls and a strike. It is well up over the 300 mark on that stretch. Done a good job getting on base all year. The 2-1. And a fastball, called strike again, up in the zone. Looks like Scott Hart might have the high strike available tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mitchell followed by Casilla and Dotel here in the first inning. Nightfall setting in the dusk of the evening as Baez comes home. And a swing and a high fly foul. Third base side. 3 fielders will give it a look in that direction, but well back into the seats. Revs right now 2-2 on this homestand. They had dropped 4 in their previous 5 overall before the Game 1 win. Had final 2 losses in Lancaster and 2 against Sugar Land. The pitch, swinging a foul back off the net. Baez in on Mitchell, but he spoils it right off the bat handle. Opponents have hit .272 off Baez this year. He's given up 7 home runs. Native of San Juan, Puerto Rico, 6'2" righty. 25 years old. He kicks, fires, and a swing and a fly ball left center. Hit fairly well, but Hibbert is over from center, and he's got it fairly deep out there. But Mitchell retired to start Baez night, 1 away here in the first inning.
A good leadoff job there from Jared Mitchell. Seen a few pitches, and even though he got out, made Baez work a little bit, and that could set the tone for the rest of the lineup here in the first inning.
Baez in 2 starts against York, 1-1 with an .864 ERA, 8 runs in 8 1/3. Now here's Casilla. First pitch to Alexi. It is swung on and missed. Fastball. Mentioned Baez has struggled with walks. His walk total 2nd in the league, 2nd most. Now Alexi will ask them to dim the LED boards. Wasn't picking it up all that great out of the hand apparently. Brett Marshall, formerly of Sugar Land, now with Southern Maryland, has 51 walks issued. Baez 41. 0-1, and that missed off the plate away. The 2nd most walks in the league. 7 losses is tied for the 3rd most. On the windup, and the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down in the zone. Looks like he's got pretty good stuff early. Raul Rivera, his teammate, has a league-leading 10 losses. John Brownell of Long Island has 8. Baez and teammate Calvin Villa with 7 apiece, tied for 3rd. Has his sign, the wind, and the 1-2. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play to the left. Alexi hitting at .313, 0 for 2 in Game 1, but he did draw 2 walks, stole a base, scored twice. Entered the day 7th in the league in batting. Right behind Mesa, who's 6th. Dotel also in the top 10 for York. Now the kick, the 1-2, and that misses upstairs. So both of the Revs' first 2 batters have made Baez work a little bit.
And it's good to see, and that's what you want to do. A doubleheader day, guys are tired. Make Baez throw some pitches early.
He fires, and a line drive toward right. Base hit for Casilla toward the alley. It's backhanded by Fernandez. Big turn, and he'll scurry back to first as Pierre in the middle of the infield intercepts it. But Alexi working the count, got one up. got on top of it and turned on it and ropes a base hit to right center.
Able to barrel that thing up and just get the hips out in front, turn on that pitch, and send it over Rivera's head at second. Alexi, nothing surprises you with that guy. He works a count and then is still able to barrel a pitch up, getting his pitch. And now he's a man on base for Dotel. He just sets up the guys behind him so well.
Here is Dotel, who's at 324 entering game 2. 1 for 3, a triple in the opener and a sac fly. First pitch, he swings, hits it high in the air, right center. This is deep. Hibbert backtracking at the track. It is up, and it is gone. A home run, Wellington Dotel. He stops at second, but the first base Tim Russo giving the circle sign, and he'll round the bases. It hit just past the top of the wall in right center, and it rebounded onto the field. It was grabbed out of the air by the right fielder Fernandez on the carom. Those two, Fernandez and Hibbert in the outfield, are arguing it. As Ellie Rodriguez walks toward the third base Bill Reuter, but a home run is the signal, and the Revs with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
Well, I think the reason it bounced so high, it might have hit the bench out there. There's a bench right behind that right center field wall where fans can sit if they choose. You can't see it from where we are, or really from anywhere on this part of the field, but it could have hit that, and that could be the reason why it bounced so high. I don't know why else it would have. Well, now Ellie's going to go talk Tim Russo about it, it looks like.
You would think maybe they would hear that. If it clanged off the aluminum bench, there is some concrete there as well, just over on the other side. But if it hits that wall, if it hits the wall padding, it's not going to bounce nearly as high as it did. That thing went way up in the air off of whatever it hit. Karam back into the field. Dotel stopped at second to be safe and make sure that he got a signal before he went anywhere else. And Russo was out there signaling it pretty much right away, even though the Road Warriors don't at all seem to agree with it.
Well, now they're going to get together. I don't know how you can overturn it. There's no replay for them to look at. And there was nobody that far out.
This would be Dotel's 6th home run of the season.
And I mean, he drove that ball right center. He has such easy opposite field power. Maybe the most of anyone on the team, at least right-handed hitter-wise. I mean, he can stroke it the other way. It's pretty impressive to watch. And the ball does carry, but that was just a strong man hitting a baseball pretty far. I don't know what they just signaled.
I think it stands, but I was concerned because that was not a very emphatic signal to confirm it, but they were motioning to Ellie that it does stand, and Bill Reuter relaying what they saw it hit and Karam back, which, like what you said, Michael, might have been that bench just over on the other side where fans can sit right up against that wall. So it is a home run, the 6th of the year for Dotel. And here's Mesa, breaking ball inside, ball 1. 2-0, the Revs lead it on the long ball.
They'll take it.
Here's the 1-0, and a fastball, little low. Escobar held it there, trying to get that call around the knees. Yeah, that was a towering opposite field big man blast. The 2-0, swinging a high fly to center. Hibbert doesn't see it. Arms out to his side in a panic. Now sprinting in, and he overran it. It lands behind him, and Mesa never slowed down. He's on at second. It will be a double for Melky, who's got his second bizarre double of the night. Fernandez from right field came all the way over trying to help out, but it was too late.
Yeah, I mean, Melky's just having one of those days where things are going his way. Almost stole 3 RBIs in the first game. Now, I mean, I get why it was called a hit, and I think that's still a good call, but I mean, stole 3 RBIs because it was a ball that you think under certain circumstances could have been an inning-ending ground out or fielder's choice, but he ends up getting a bases-clearing double. And then here, Hibbert, like you said, just no idea where that ball was. And he's in center. No one's over there in time to help him. I mean, too far for the right fielder Fernandez to get there.
Here's Burgess now. First pitch, fastball across for a strike. The Revs a 2-0 lead. And Mesa following the home run with a double lost in the twilight. Burgess now try to cash in. Pierre backs away from short. Pitch is fouled back against the netting. No balls, 2 strikes. Burgess 2 for 2. With an RBI, also reached on a hit by pitch in Game 1. He was on base all 3 times. Batting at .232 with 11 home runs, 37 driven in. And now Burgess, once that LED board dimmed, the left-hand hitter is having some trouble picking it up from Baez with the signage.
They should just flash those ads in between innings. Just keep it dark the entire game.
Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a high chop to short. Mesa breaks for third. Pierre has to back up. He gloves it, and a long throw to first will get Burgess. Pierre electing to back up on that one. Mesa read it, though. Took off for third. He is there with 2 outs. And Jose Cuevas to the plate.
Pierre knew he could back up on that ball to play it with Burgess running. Now if that's Jared Mitchell or Travis Witherspoon, maybe Alexi Casilla, he can't do that. But Burgess, who runs well for a big man, but isn't fast per se, Pierre knew he had the time to do that. Mesa, like you said, read that really well.
First pitch to Cuevas. It's a curveball for a strike.
And on the high chopper, Mesa's able to pick up third easily. If that ball's a hard low chopper right at Gustavo Pierre, maybe he's not able to go there.
0-1 the count. Runner at third, 2 outs. 2-0 York in the first. The pitch, it is inside. Cuevas jumps back. Cuevas at .218, 3 home runs, 29 knocked in. He was 1 for 3 in Game 1. Revs in that opening game win at 10 hits. Only 6 innings of offense. 1-1. Breaking ball away. As again, Escobar held it, trying to frame it for Scott Hart, but that was too far off. 2 balls and a strike. There's the stretch from Baez. And the 2-1. Swing and a pop-up foul, backing out of play. Revs beat Baez here on May 1st, 6-0. He went 3, gave up 5, including a Luis Cruz 3-run inside the park home run. Then he beat the Revs 8-3, June 21st. 3rd time they faced the righty. He was in the Frontier League last year with Evansville. Now deals. And a swing and a fly ball foul the other way and right. This will find the seats. Pretty good bit of offense in Game 1. 7-3 win. A 4-run 4th broke a tie. And here in Game 2, off to a 2-0 lead on Dotel's 6th home run of the year. He is going the other way with authority tonight. Another 2-2. And a broken bat fly ball lifted to shallow right center. Hibbert in from center, calls off Fernandez and makes the grab to end the inning. But the Revs strike first. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 man left. Dotel the 2-run blast. And we go to the 2nd inning. It's 2-0 York.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Neighbors not so neighborly anymore? Sick of the size of your current home? Is renting feeling like a relentless waste of money? Agent Adam knows the feeling. With a 100% contract-to-close track record, Agent Adam and Housebroker Realty will sell your home quickly and help you buyers explore new home ownership with confidence. Go to agentadamsells.com or call 717-757-9999 and ask for Agent Adam personally. That's agentadamsells.com or 717-757-9999.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs a 2-0 lead here in Game 2 at the end of an inning on Dotel's launch. Jonathan Sanchez will face Geraldo Valentin leading off the second inning. 5-6-7 due up for the Road Warriors. Valentin at .237 with a home run this year. He was 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs scored in Game 1. Sanchez with the pitch. It is lined the other way, sinking in right and in for a base hit. Valentin's third hit of this doubleheader leads off the second inning. Base hit the other way. Some breaking Major League news. The Cubs have traded for Cole Hamels, I've seen. News is coming fast and furious these days.
Well, Hamels threw a no-hitter in Wrigley before. Hopefully he brings some of that success to the north side. Wanted him back in Philly, though.
That would have been quite the story. Here's Pierre. First pitch is inside a ball. Pierre played a bunch of third base early in the year. And Osvaldo Martinez is no longer around. He's been playing short. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive to the gap in left center field. And that's going to get down. Splits the gap. Witherspoon will cut it, though, as it rolls to a stop at the edge of the track. Fires it in, not before Pierre reaches second with a double. Valentin stopped at third. At second and third, no outs, and the Road Warriors have a threat to erase this early 2-0 Revs lead.
And the Road Warriors have been resilient. So far in Game 1, they came back to tie the game when the Revs took a 2-run lead. This is a team that won't quit, and the Road Warriors have had some success against the Revs this year, and so far a couple guys seen the ball well out of Sanchez's hand in Game 2.
Now here's Edwin Gomez. He's at third base again in this one, hitting .207, 3 homers. He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBI singles in the opener. First pitch, it is a changeup up. Early in the game, and with 2 in scoring position, the Revs with the infield back. They will trade a run for an out. 1-0, and that's right down the middle for a strike. Roger Diaz back there in Game 2. He caught Sanchez's immaculate debut against Somerset back on June 30th. The 1-1, swinging a line drive, base hit to left. Cuevas laid out, but out of his reach. Valentin in to score, and they will stop Pierre at third as Cuevas cut off the throw in and then tried to underhand to Henry Castillo, who snuck in there at third. But Pierre got back, and the ball bounced off him and rolled a couple of feet away. He's on at third base. Gomez an RBI single, his third in this doubleheader. And the lead is cut to 2-1 here in the second inning. Fletch will make a visit.
The middle to bottom of the lineup has had some success today for the Road Warriors. They've strung a few hits together. Valentin, Wenrick, and Gomez In game 1, strung 3 hits together. Now it's Valentin Pierre-Gomez.
3 hits in a row. Carson had that happen in the 4th inning in game 1 after the 3rd straight hit, which was a Gomez RBI single. He locked it down. Fletch will try to help Sanchez do the same. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider of the Revs. Chris Rivera, the batter, with 1st and 3rd, nobody out, a run home. It's 2-1. Rivera hitting at 201 as he digs in. And he's got some pop that he's shown this year. 8 home runs now. Sanchez sets and deals high and away. Diaz really has to reach. Roger only 5'9", and to come out of his squat and reach way to his right. Rivera's hit 1 of his 8 home runs here against his former team. Started the year with York, the 1-0, and that's across for a strike. I think the Road Warriors side chirping towards Scott Hart as they thought that pitch was low. And Sanchez evens things up. Ball and a strike. He's ready and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Good movement on that one. Like a 2-seamer up with some late tail to it. A ball and 2 strikes. Been an interesting catching situation for the Revs this year. Rivera was part of that at the beginning. Sanchez deals. And it just missed. Down and in. Good spot, though. They wanted it in. Sanchez commands it in. Not a pitch Rivera could have done anything with. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez ready. And he fires. Swinging a foul back against the netting.
It really has been a weird catching situation, to your point about that. For the one point in the season, it was all Clark and Cruz, and it was pretty impressive that they had only used 2 catchers up till that point. But since then, and they've only used 2 others, Diaz and Tejeda, but it's just been a weird situation with everything going on. Clark's injuries, 2 stints on the DL. Diaz coming in, then coming in again. Tejeda coming in, now the issues with the visas. It's just less than ideal.
Here's a fastball, strike 3 called. And Rivera flips his hand to the side, again thinking it was low, I believe. Now, he's got a few words on his way off. That dugout was chirping at Scott Hart a couple pitches earlier, and Rivera turns and continues to bark. Scott Hart just ignoring, though. Sanchez freezes him, a big first out.
That's huge, and whether it was a strike or not, I mean, zone-wise, he gets the call. And to come up with a strikeout with a man on third and less than 2 outs is big. Now a double play will end the inning.
Here's Matt Hibbert. He's got good speed if you're trying to double him up. First pitch, he swings, yanks a ground foul into his dugout.
It would probably have to be a hot shot at second or short and then an easy turn at the bag to double him up, but it can happen.
Batting at .211. 2 strikeouts and 2 hit by pitches in game 1. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, 2-1 York. 1 run home. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him at 91. Rivera on that exit to the dugout, he was really pretty animated, but Scott Hart didn't even turn and look. Just let him go.
And that's what an umpire's supposed to do.
Sanchez has his sign. They're going to set up in. And the 0-2. Swinging a foul back against the netting. That one at 92 from Jonathan. Good velo tonight. He's fresh. He's had to wait for a while. Just the 1 inning in that attempted start on Sunday. Last time he had a full start was 9 days ago in Lancaster, game 1 of a doubleheader. 6 innings, 2 runs, only 1 earned. Got to 6 innings for the first time with York. He fires. Breaking ball, missed high. It is 1-2. Tried that slider there as a strikeout pitch, but got under it. Sanchez, 35 years old, native of Mayaguez, Puerto Rico. World Series champ with the Giants. There's the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball just missed away as he lowered it, spotted it pretty well, broke it off, but didn't get the call on the outer edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tried to double up on that, made a good adjustment, but doesn't get the call. And now ready. The 2-2, way outside, all the way to the backstop. Need a good bounce. Diaz gets one, which keeps Pierre at third. He took a couple hard steps in and stopped. Gomez does take the liberty of advancing to second, though. It will be a wild pitch with the trailing runner moving up. No more double play in order.
Sanchez just looks a lot different this inning. He's left a couple pitches over the plate, and that was a bad miss right there. But the Road Warriors are seeing him. You give them credit for what they're doing offensively. And the Revs, I think they know that 2 runs is not going to be enough. So their bats will stay hot, you hope. And Sanchez just needs to make a couple pitches and keep the ball low in the zone.
Infield stays back. The pitch to him. He lines it left field, base hit over the leaping Castillo. 1 run in. They're going to try another one. Dotel fires quickly, and they stop Gomez at third as Cuevas cuts it off by the mound. But we're tied at 2. RBI single for Matt Hibbert. Sanchez unable to put him away ahead 0-2 with a couple of off-speed offerings. And Hibbert ultimately got one that he could make contact on. Lines it over the leaping Castillo at short, ties it up. And we start over in the second inning in game 2.
And this thing wasn't going to go Revs wire to wire the way the Road Warriors know how to come back. But it's all about limiting the damage right now for Sanchez.
That is the 4th hit of the inning. 1st and 3rd for Silverio at the top. First pitch is a breaking ball. This one is a called strike. Up. And the Road Warriors screaming from the dugout. I see Chris Rivera leading the charge on the top step down at the far end.
Oh, man.
He is beside himself. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball grounded to short. Up the middle, Castillo flips to Casilla, and a fadeaway throw just in time at first. Henry Castillo cuts it off on his first chance with the Revs, and he feeds Casilla, who caught it barehanded coming across the bag and made the off-balance turn. Completes the double play at first. Out of the inning, 2 runs do score on 4 hits, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 2.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the second, tied at 2. And nice double play started by Henry Castillo, turned by the Revs veteran and Atlantic League veteran, or I'm sorry, Major League veteran, I meant to say, Alexi Casilla. Castillo in his first chance starting that inning ender. Witherspoon leads off, the home second, first pitch is low. But the Road Warriors were really verbally abusing Scott Hart, who paid them no attention. Here's the 1-0, and that's across for a strike. So I guess if they figure that if he won't look or throw any of them out, they'll just keep getting on him.
And as an umpire, it's tough to tune things out like that, but that's the job. You have to.
There's a fastball up and away, 2-1 on Spoon.
I am a bit surprised he hasn't at least acknowledged it or said, you know, watch it next time you're gone. But some umpires will just quick trigger and throw a guy out right away, and that's not right either.
There's a dribbler foul and a curveball back behind home plate.
I'm sure if Chris Rivera had gotten in his face or maybe came back out of the dugout again, or any of the guys, then it would have been a different story. But tuning it out like an umpire should, and that's what it's been.
There's the wind, the 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt outside. Castillo and Diaz will follow Witherspoon this inning. Witherspoon works at full, looking to get on to start things. And the pitch, half swing, he went around on it, tied up and on a fastball in. And that is out number 1, a strikeout for Baez. And here comes Henry Castillo. Formerly in the Diamondback system, Revs signed him roughly a week ago, and I believe it was Friday, actually, exactly a week ago tomorrow that they signed him, as Castillo asked for the LEDs to be dimmed. And he hadn't so much as even, or I guess it was Saturday actually, he hasn't so much as gotten a batting practice yet on the field. First pitch, he swings, lines it to right center. Who needs BP? Base hit on the first pitch he sees, digging for 2. Fernandez the throw, and he's in standing. Welcome to the Revs, Henry Castillo. He starts a double play on his first chance, and on the first pitch he sees at the plate, ropes a 2-base hit to right center.
I like Henry Castillo. I'm a big fan of Henry Castillo. That's one way to make an entrance in your first debut with the club. Helps turn a nice double play. Castillo to Casilla. That might be hard to say moving forward, but he helps turn that and then ropes a double. First pitch. Hey, why not pick on that first pitch fastball up in the zone? I love that he's a switch hitter too. That adds another dynamic to the offense.
They just got the baseball for him. Here's Roger Diaz. First pitch, fastball in the dirt, snuck behind Escobar. And now Castillo moves up to third base.
We'll go with a wild pitch on that.
Escobar couldn't get all the way down. He tried to block it, went right through the 5-hole, and now the Revs could score Castillo without a hit. That's big.
How about Roger Diaz with a knock to break the tie in his return? Wonder where he was when Mace called him and said, hey, can you come back?
Yeah, I understand he was back with his team in the Empire League, but where that was, infield in, pitch is tipped foul behind the plate, a ball and a strike. And he actually had 2 of his teammates there drive him down today.
Really?
When the Revs found out the Tejeda news yesterday, they knew about Clark earlier this week, had to do something quickly. The 1-1, breaking ball, swinging a foul tip into the mid. Pretty good bite on that pitch, side to side from Baez. Diaz trying to make contact, maybe elevate one, get Castillo in from third. Tied at 2 here in the second inning. Baez set at the belt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for him. He went to the hook again. And he's got a good one. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning. Go back to the top, and Jared Mitchell try to bring Castillo home with 2 outs.
That's a good pitch from Baez right there. Go low and away, get the batter to chase, and that's a situation where, yeah, the pressure's on you as the pitcher with a man on third and less than 2 outs, but just because that's the case doesn't mean you need to give in and throw something hittable.
Now Baez going to the spike cleaner behind the mound. Got some mud on those cleats. Here's Mitchell, who flied out to center his first at bat. Tied at 2. And the first pitch, swinging a foul tip. As that got a good piece of Escobar, who then slaps himself in the face mask. As that ricocheted upward. He'll come out and make sure he knows where he is still. New baseball walk toward the mound. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Tyler Clark, unfortunately, may be done for the year. It's at least 4 weeks with some finger ligament damage hit on a catcher's interference swing. Got him on the top of the glove on Sunday. And by the time he's able to come back and begin to do anything physically, we'll be late in the year. Jay Goss and Frank DiGiulio out also with the elbows on the disabled list. Escobar back in there. Pitch to Mitchell, a breaking ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Henry Castillo at third base, doubled on the first pitch he saw with the Revs. With 1 out in the inning, took third on a wild pitch. Revs now on their second of 2 chances to try to bring him in. Here's the stretch from Baez. 1-1. Swing and a pop foul, back and out of play. 2-2 our score. Each team with 4 hits here early on. Revs 3 in the first, 1 in the second. Road Warriors with all 4 in the top half of this inning. As Mitchell climbs back in. 1-2 the count. Baez stares, shakes off a couple of times, 3 times, 4. Now Mitchell will put the hand up and ask for time.
It's a good decision there from Jared. Don't get stuck in the box flat-footed when Baez is the one trying to make you get out of your rhythm.
Now we're ready. And the 1-2. Breaking ball line to right field. Fernandez in. It's right at him. Makes the running grab, coming straight in right. Mitchell did his job, hit it hard, but Fernandez was playing fairly shallow, even with Mitchell up there, just to try to take that away, and he did. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the third. Michael with the play-by-play. Revs and Road Warriors tied at 2.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
If you are facing retirement decisions, Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group can develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, we will guide you on Social Security benefits, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, pension choices, and distribution options. We can explain employer benefit plans and retirement systems such as PESERS and TIACREF. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE. NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Revs and Road Warriors tied at 2, top of the third inning. Michael Marcantonini taking over on the play-by-play. Jonathan Sanchez back to work. He allowed 2 runs in the second, but got a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Now he gets a first pitch grounder chopped foul. Hermindo Escobar, the leadoff man here in the third for the Road Warriors. Escobar, Fernandez, Ruiz, 2-3-4. As Sanchez looks to come back from allowing 2 and giving up the lead in the top of the second. Revs went down after a one-out double from Henry Castillo in his first at-bat as a Rev. Revs went down quietly. Just the one hit in the inning. And now Escobar chases a pitch in the dirt, blocked by Diaz. He'll have to throw down to first. And he does, down to Burgess. Strikeout and a 2-3 put out for Jonathan Sanchez, his second punch out of the night. 1 down here in the third inning. Brings up Jorge Fernandez, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out. Fernandez was 1 for 4 with a single off the arch nemesis. Well, it will not be Jorge Fernandez. Anthony Ray is going to pinch hit for Fernandez. So it is not Fernandez. Could be an injury, could just be getting a new batter up there, but it is the left-handed hitting Anthony Ray to pinch hit. Ray, a former minor leaguer in the Cardinals system, has played a significant amount of center field this year for the Road Warriors. Did not start or play in Game 1. He's getting a chance here in Game 2. 1-0 from Sanchez. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. So Fernandez done for the day. He was 0 for 1 in this game. The Anthony Ray taking over, and we'll see if he plays right or if they put him in left and move Silverio to right. Fastball way inside right there, and the count goes to 1-1. 2-1. 1 out in the inning, no one on. We're tied at 2 in the third. These two teams were tied in the top of the third, 1-1 in Game 1 today. 2-2 in Game 2. Competitive doubleheader so far. Revs got a 7-3 win in Game 1. They go back to 1 over 500 on the year and 500 in the second half. Swing and a miss from Anthony Ray. Fastball up in the zone as Sanchez gets ahead. Sanchez a sub-2 ERA now in his 5th start of the season. He's worked 14 2/3 innings coming into today. Well, the ERA is now over 2, but it was under 2 to start the day. And a 2-strike pitch, fastball just low. Sanchez wanted it, but no strike 3 call from the home plate umpire, Scott Hart. 3-2 the count now. Sanchez will have to make a pitch. No one on base, 1 out. Tie game in the top of the third. Lefty on lefty for Sanchez. The full count pitch to Anthony Ray. Here it is. In on the hands into center field. He flicks a single up the middle. So Sanchez made a good pitch, but Ray a better swing to send it back up the middle of the diamond. A 1-out single here in inning number 3. Well, here's Jose Ruiz, the DH. Ruiz played first base in Game 1. Comes in as the Road Warriors' leading hitter this season, hitting .298. Driven in 7 runs. Scored just 8 though in just 36 games. Has not played nearly as much as some of the other guys on this team, but hitting around 300 to start the day. Ruiz in Game 1, 1 for 3 with a double. Man on first, 1 out. First pitch fastball over for a strike to Ruiz, 0-1. 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Road Warriors. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error for the Revs. Revs got their 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Road Warriors came back with 2 in the top of the second. Sanchez pauses the 0-1 pitch. Chopper up the middle. Castillo to his left. He won't get it. Into center field, a base hit. Digging for third is Ray. Here's the throw from Spoon. It's high and just barely getting in at third base safely is Anthony Ray. The throw was there, but it was high. And it's first and third for the Road Warriors with 1 out in the third. Spoon did an excellent job of firing that in. Anthony Ray, with so much speed, though, makes a sharp turn around second. Gets to third. Ruiz, his second hit of the day. Back-to-back knocks in the inning. That brings up the right-handed hitting first baseman Geraldo Valentin. He was the DH in Game 1, playing first in this one, so he and Ruiz just flip-flopped. Game tied at 2, top third, but Revs in some trouble. One out in the inning, runners at the corners. First pitch change-up from Sanchez gets over, 79 on the gun, good one. Ray leads off third, he has good speed. Ruiz, not much speed at first. Revs pinching for 2 up the middle, Castillo and Casilla. Fastball low from Sanchez there, it's 1-1. The difference in Game 1 was a 4-run fourth inning for the Revs. That included a Ryan Dent solo homer, a Melky Mesa bases clearing 3 RBI double. Game was tied at 3 at that point. The Revs held on for that 7-3 win. Valentin ready in the box, the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball deep center field, Spoon a few steps back. This will untie the game. Spoon makes the grab, throw goes into second, tagging and scoring easily is Anthony Ray. The Road Warriors take a 3-2 lead. So if the Revs want to win this one, they'll have to come from behind again, just as they did in Game 1 to win. Revs were down 1-0 in that game, never trailed after it, but the game was tied a couple other times in Game 1, but the Road Warriors have taken a lead, 3 unanswered runs since going down 2-0. A sac fly and an RBI for Geraldo Valentin, who's had himself a really productive doubleheader. Singled twice and scored twice in Game 1. Single a run and an RBI here in Game 2. Here's Gustavo Pierre, the shortstop. Sanchez readies with 2 outs. The pitch, slider misses low and in, ball 1. Man on first is Ruiz. 2 down in the inning. The Road Warriors a 3-2 lead in the third. Again, another 7-inning game for those listening at home if you're trying to keep track. So the third inning, essentially the middle innings here. Those at-bats just mean a little bit more with 2 less at-bats for each team. Sanchez ready on the mound. Angled toward first base. Leg kick and the 1-0. Curveball in for a strike, a good one. Diaz catches it on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Mentioned Roger Diaz is back with the team. Had a short stint earlier in the season. Caught 3 games for the Revs. This is his 4th start of the year, now in his 2nd stint. As that one misses high, it's 2-1. Diaz coming over from the Empire League. This is his first time catching for Sanchez. I think 2nd, actually. Runner at first, 2 down, 2-1 the count. Road Warriors by 1. Pitch to Pierre. Fastball, check swing, dribbler out to third. Cuevas has it. He throws to first. Burgess is there at the bag, and the inning is over. Half-hearted check swing from Pierre results in a ground out, and the inning ends with just 1 run scoring. But the Road Warriors do take the lead. They lead at 3-2. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's the Road Warriors 3 and the Revs 2. Stick with us here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Remember when an app was listen only? Oh yeah, that was kind of us, wasn't it? Well, we have a new app. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores and take Sports Radio 1350 on the go like never before. Listen on the go like always, and now get easier access to archived games and programs on demand. Watch WOYK game broadcasts on YouTube and so much more. Search the new WOYK on the Apple and Google Play stores and download today. It's not just an app, it's a lifestyle. Sports Radio 1350, First in York, first in sports.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the third inning from PeoplesBank Park in downtown York. Road Warriors out to a one-run advantage, 3-2 over the Revs as Alexi Casilla gets set to lead off the bottom of inning number 3. Casilla, Dotel, Mesa, 2-3-4. And now time is temporarily out on the field for some reason. Everybody's looking out towards right field. It looks like play is ready to resume. Felix Baez back out for another inning. His team in the lead now. First pitch slider low and away to Casilla. It's 1-0. Casilla singled and scored a run in the first. He came in to score on Dotel's opposite field homer to right. There was some controversy over that, whether it actually got out or hit the top of the wall. But it was called a home run. Casilla takes a strike on the outer half. It's 1-1. Road Warriors retook the lead when Jonathan Sanchez allowed a sac fly to Geraldo Valentin in the top of the third. 2 hits in that inning for the Road Warriors. So the Revs will play comeback again. See a half-hearted check swing, but he goes around. And it's 1-2. Sanchez, after a scoreless first, where the only base runner reached on an error, has given up 3 runs over the last 2 innings. Has not looked the same as he did in the first. 1-2 pitch coming to Casilla. Here it is. He fouls it off, and the count remains 1-2. Back in the box, ready to go. The 1-2 pitch again. Fastball misses a little bit low. One looked honestly pretty good from up here, but it is called a ball. And the count evens up at 2. Revs only have 4 hits in the game. Road Warriors 6. The pitch. Chopper out to second. To his left is Rivera. He has it. Throws sidearm to first. It's in time to get Casilla. And there's 1 out here in the third. So Dotel comes to bat with 1 out and no one on base. Dotel stepping in the box. Slugged a 2-run homer out to right center his first time up. Some controversy over it, but it was called a home run, and now he fouls one off. Looked like the mask of either the catcher Escobar or the home plate umpire Scott Hart. Either way, a foul ball, and the count's 0-1. Dotel now 6 homers on the year, 39 RBIs, 37 of those runs batted in with York, and all 6 of the homers with the Revs. And he shoots one up the middle, a base hit. 2 knocks in the game for Dotel. He keeps hitting. He's aboard as a 1-out base runner. Now Melky Mesa, the DH, comes to bat. 2 doubles on the day, 1 in each game, and under certain circumstances, neither might have been hits. In game 1, he hit a hot shot out to short. It ate up Gustavo Pierre. Took a weird hop in the grass. It was with 2 outs, and it could have ended the inning on either a fielder's choice or a ground out, but ended up being a bases-clearing double, and then a blooper into center that Matt Hibbert lost in the lights that dropped for a double in game 2. Dotel takes off for second, swing and a miss, throw down, not in time, and it gets into center field. Dotel up quickly, and he'll get to third without a throw. Now Dotel tries to round third, but Polo's going to wisely keep him there. So Wellington Dotel a stolen base, then he gets to third on the throwing error from the catcher Escobar. So Dotel trying to flash his speed. So he's at third with one out. Now Mesa will hit with the infield in all the way around. Baez trying to keep it a 3-2 Road Warriors lead here in the third. The 0-1 pitch to Mesa, swing and a miss at a slider away, and it's 0-2. For Dotel, it's his 13th stolen base of the year. He's also been caught 11 times, so the success has not been there quite as much, but does get another steal. Revs down 1, the tying run 90 feet away. 0-2 on Mesa in the box, 1 out in the inning. Pitch, dribbler foul down the third base line, so we'll do the 0-2 again. Revs have not trailed much in this doubleheader, but they trail here right now. Down 1, but a hit, a sac fly, a wild pitch will tie this game. 0-2 to Mesa, fastball high and away. Good take there from Melky, and the count goes to 1-1 or 1-2. Geraldo Valentin's sac fly untied this thing in the top of the third for the Road Warriors. Revs looking to tie it again. Infield in all the way around. Baez set on the mound. He pauses. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. This will not get the run in. Throw over to first. Nice play by Gomez. That's out number 2. So Mesa is unable to do a job and produce that run. He grounds out 5-3. Now with 2 outs and a man on third, Melky Mesa comes to bat. Burgess 0 for 1, grounded to short his first time up. So the Revs are going to score. They'll have to do it with 2 outs here in the inning. Dotel's 2-run homer to right, the only run-producing hit or swing of the game for that matter for the Revs. Down 1, bottom 3. Pitch from Baez, swing and a miss. Burgess goes after the changeup, and he comes up empty, 0-1. Baez this season has given up, counting the 3 extra base hits that he's allowed in this game, 29 on the season. He's allowed 8 home runs, counting the Dotel blast. 272 batting average against him on the year, opponents coming in. A 1 pitch from the righty. Burgess goes down and gets it. Drives it out to deep left field. Going back on it is Silverio, and he makes the grab just shy of the wall. So Burgess went down and got it. He golfed it the other way. Gave it a ride, but it ends up being out number 3. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left in the inning for the Revs. We've played 3 full. It's the Revs trailing by 1. Road Warriors up 3-2. Stick with us. Going to the 4th next.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Daly Anstein is a personal injury law firm that specializes in auto and motorcycle accidents, workers' compensation, and personal injury cases. Anstein has been proudly protecting the injured in Central PA for more than 40 years and is proud to support the York Revolution. At Dale E. Anstein, consultations are always free, and there is no fee unless they win the case for you. To learn more about Dale E. Anstein, or if you're in need of representation, go to AnsteinLaw.com. That's ANSTINE law.com.
Want to give your child the best birthday ever without hosting, planning, or cleanup work? Book a Kona Ice birthday party at PeoplesBank Park. Parties include a 2-hour feast, goodie bags for all guests, and Penn State Children's Hospital playground wristbands. The birthday child gets a custom Revs jersey, a ceremonial first pitch, and a customized Revs birthday cake. Birthdays in the Kona Ice birthday zone during a Revs game. Best birthday ever. Details at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Top of the 4th inning from PeoplesBank Park in downtown York. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. Jonathan Sanchez will get another inning of work. He's allowed 3 runs over his last 2 frames after pitching a scoreless first inning. His team trails 3-2 here in the 4th. First pitch swinging and popping one up to start the inning is Edwin Gomez. Foul territory, Burgess makes the grab. Just a sky-high pop-up on one pitch for Sanchez. Gomez is retired. He's the 7-hitter in the lineup. That'll bring up the 8-man Chris Rivera, who struck out looking on a low call. It was close his first time up, but then he had some words for the home plate umpire, Scott Hart, and continued his jawing in the dugout after that. Rivera, a former Rev, started the year, played in 2 games, did not start any, but was later traded to the Road Warriors. He's been there ever since. Now he launches this one out to deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and that ball is not coming back. First pitch ambush from Chris Rivera blasted that one over the arch nemesis. Only question was if it was going to stay inside the pole, and it did by quite a bit. And Chris Rivera gives the Road Warriors some insurance. It's now a 4-2 game here in inning number 4. First pitch swinging, demolished a changeup, and that probably would have been out at 350. So it's now 4-2 Road Warriors. So they get one more. So Rivera, I guess, in a way, gets the final laugh on the pitch he struck out his last time on as he goes deep in this at-bat. Sanchez allows the home run there. His ERA is ballooned to 3.50 in the game, but he gets Hibbert here to swing at the first pitch and come up empty. It's 0-1. 1 out in the inning. Road Warriors have added another. They've scored in 3 straight frames. For Sanchez, just the 2nd homer he's allowed this year, now in his 5th start. 2 extra base hits he's allowed in the game. Now a hot shot right back up the middle past him. A single for Matt Hibbert. Jonathan Sanchez has now allowed 8 hits so far, and he's only through 3 1/3. And Matt Hibbert's 2 for 2. Back to the top of the order, Alfredo Silverio. The line keeps moving. Road Warriors out to their biggest lead of the day. They led 1-0 in the first game, and that was it. They never led again. But they have the lead here now. 2-run cushion in game 2. First pitch from Sanchez, blasted out to deep right center field. Mitchell on his horse, still going back. He makes it. No, he does not make the over-the-shoulder grab. Matt Hibbert had to hold up. He was going back to second because he thought the ball was caught. And now he has to stop at third. A ball where if he was running all the way, he scores all the way from first. But he was halfway around second, stopped, went to go back because he thought Mitchell caught it. Then all he could do was pick up that 1 extra base. It's a stand-up double for Alfredo Silverio as he took that one to the right center field gap. And now Paul Fletcher's going to pay a visit to Sanchez. Revs bullpen is well rested. Only Highland Peguero came out of the pen in game 1, and all he did was toss 1 inning in relief of Robert Carson, who got the win going 6 strong, picked up a quality start. But Jonathan Sanchez has been far from quality in this one. He's given up 9 hits now in the game, 3 here in the inning, a homer, a single, and now a double. After getting the first out on the first pitch, Chris Rivera swung at the first pitch and hit a homer to left. Matt Hibbert ended up singling. He's now on third after the double from Silverio. Brings up Hermindo Escobar. Road Warriors have runners at second and third with 1 out now in the top of the 4th as they're looking for more against Sanchez. The Revs will bring the infield all the way in. They're still waiting for Spoon and Mitchell in center and right to get back to their positions. 1 run already in for the Road Warriors. Hibbert at third. Silverio at second. The right-handed hitting Escobar at the dish. First pitch from Sanchez, swung on and laced foul into the seats down the third base line. It's 0-1. 4-2 Road Warriors lead, away half of inning number 4. Game 2 of this doubleheader, both 7-inning games. The Revs got a 7-3 win in game 1. But they trail 4-2 so far in game 2. Infield in, way in all the way around. Everybody at the edge of the infield grass. Outfield straightaway. The pitch fouled off. It's 0-2. Escobar, the 2-hitter in the Road Warriors lineup. He was signed by the team in mid-June. Left-hander Josh Blanco warming up for the Revs. Looks like he'll make his season debut at some point tonight. 0-2 the count. 1 out in the inning. Runners at second and third. Infield in. And the pitch, swinging a tapper foul. And the count remains 0-2. Jonathan Sanchez trying to get through this 4th inning with no further damage. Tall task, though, at this point. Sanchez set on the mound, waiting for the sign from Diaz. The 0-2 coming up. And the pitch from the lefty. Ground ball chopped at Castillo. Runner comes home to the plate. Throw goes to Diaz, the catcher. They have Hibbert in a rundown, and Diaz is just going to, well, Hibbert's safe at third. They have to tag somebody out, and it will be Hibbert that's out. So Diaz tried to run Hibbert back as far as he could, and it was not an easy task. Diaz not fast. Hibbert can fly. He ran himself back to third, but Diaz did the right thing, running him back to that base instead of letting him try to get home. But the runner from second, Silverio, was already at third base, and he couldn't go back. So it is Hibbert that is tagged out, trying to get back to third. So safe at first is Escobar on the 1-2 fielder's choice. Good, or the 6-2 fielder's choice. It was ground ball to Castillo, who had good instincts to throw home. Hibbert went on contact. Now with 2 outs, runners at the corners for the left-handed swinging Anthony Ray. First pitch, curveball over from Sanchez, and it's 0-1. Well, Hibbert cut down at the plate, and that saves a run for Sanchez. Bringing the infield in, worked there, otherwise Hibbert scores. Left on left for Sanchez. The 0-1 to Ray. Slider in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Good pitch from Sanchez, working out and in. And that play with Hibbert diving back safe into third and Silverio already at third reminded me of Little Big League in the opening scene, where 3 guys end up on third base in that Little League game. Runner goes for second. No throw down from Diaz, and Hermindo Escobar will just pick up second base and see if they give that a stolen base or a defensive indifference. Probably give it a stolen base. Escobar at second. Silverio at third. 2 outs in the inning. 1-2 the count on Ray. Diaz wants it outside. The pitch. Chopper over to first base, but foul. It went over Burgess' head. You know, if that was a fair ball, it's probably a 2-run double, maybe a triple for Anthony Ray. But a foul ball, so it works out in the Revs' favor. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. 1-2 the count on Ray. 4-2 Road Warriors lead, top of the 4th. This is a 7-inning game. Revs still have 4 chances at the plate left. Ray back in the box. He came in as a replacement earlier in the game for Fernandez. 1-2 from Sanchez. Slider chopped up the middle. Casilla has it. Throws to first off balance and in time to get the speedy Ray. So that's how the inning ends, but not before 1 run comes in on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th and see what the Revs can do at the plate. They trail the Road Warriors 4-2.
Summer started off hot, and it's only going to get hotter at York Mitsubishi. Sales Manager Doug Sprankle here. Our Not a Zip Zilch program was so successful last month that we're keeping it going in July, making it even better. Remember, it's all about paying 0 finance charges over 72 months on new Mitsubishis, like the all-new Eclipse Cross, 7-passenger Outlander, and Outlander Sport. And just added on the Outlander and Outlander Sport an additional $1,000 in down payment assistance. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And don't forget about the great gas-sipping, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent. York Mitsubishi is still giving out top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at yorkmitsubishi.com. PeoplesBankPark.com.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, 'cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, 'cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs trail the Road Warriors by 2, a 4-2 lead for the Road Warriors as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jose Cuevas, the third baseman, will lead off for Mark Mason's club. It's Cuevas, Spoon, and Castillo, 6, 7, 8, against Felix Baez, who's looked really good so far against the Revs. He allowed just 2 runs in the first inning, 2 zeros on the scoreboard since. Wellington Dotel's 2-run home run out to right, his 6th of the season, providing the only run support for Jonathan Sanchez in the game. But Sanchez has not been sharp. He's given up 4 runs on 9 hits on his side of things. And the Revs trail by 2. So Baez now waiting, scraping some dirt off his cleats as Jose Cuevas is waiting for the LED boards to be dimmed out in center field. Cuevas ready to go now, right on right. Pitch from Baez, slider just misses off the plate, a little bit low as well, and the count goes to 1-0. Cuevas flew out to center his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Played in game 1 today as well. He swings and laces one off the glove of the pitcher Baez, picks it up, backhand flip to first, and Cuevas is retired. So that's the second time he's hit a line drive back to the pitcher. This time it was knocked down and a 1-3 put out. The time before that, it was, the time before that in game 1, it was a line drive smashed right back at Luis Cruz that he caught for an out. But Cuevas can't catch a break when he lines one up the middle. So 1-3 on the putout, and now Jeremy Bender, the athletic trainer for the Road Warriors, is out to check on Baez, the starting pitcher. And now they're going to have Baez throw a couple warm-up pitches. First one looked good, and he says he's all right. So all he needs is one warm-up pitch. His ball was scalded back at his glove. Cuevas retired. That brings up Travis Witherspoon, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Spoon a tough day at the plate. Moved up from the 9 hole to the 7 spot in the lineup. Game 2. After Spoon, it's Castillo, the shortstop. First pitch from Baez, fastball misses inside. 1-0 the count. 4-2 lead for the Road Warriors, bottom of inning number 4. 4 runs on 9 hits for them, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Revs. Pitch, fastball misses low and away. 2-0. Spoon has gotten ahead in the count here. Spoon back in center field tonight. He's been a mainstay all year out there for the Revs. 2-0 pitch. Spoon pops it up foul out of play over the press box area. That gets probably out of the stadium or into one of the sky boxes. 2-1 the count now. Spoon in game 1 was 0 for 3. Looking for his first hit of the doubleheader today. Revs looking for a doubleheader sweep, but they trail here in game 2. 2-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Knots the count up at 2. 1 out in the inning, no one on. So the Revs look to claw their way back against the Road Warriors. It's 4-2 Road Warriors in the bottom of inning number 4 of this 7-inning contest. Spoon grounds one out to short. Low hop off the grass, and it gets under the glove of Gustavo Pierre. That thing was a low chopper, and then it hit the lip of the grass out in front of shortstop and just rolled. And Pierre thought he had his glove down far enough, but turned out that he did not. And it ends up being, it looks like it will probably be an E6. So they will call it an E6, an error on Gustavo Pierre. Second error first error of the game for the Road Warriors. Each team is, now it is the second error. Each team has committed an error in both games now. Brings up the 8-hitter, Henry Castillo, who just signed with the Revs a couple days ago. He's 1 for 1 with a double in this game. Swung at the first pitch he saw from Baez back in the second inning and sent it out to the right center field gap, but the Revs stranded him. Castillo from the Dominican Republic. A move over to first. It hits Spoon in the back and gets away from the first baseman Valentin, but Spoon is able to get back to the bag safely. Now they're going to call time so he can shake that off. It was just drilled in the back, and that's never fun. Castillo, the switch hitting infielder, with a 1-0 count on him. Started the year playing for the Dominican Republic guest team in the Can-Am League. He's only 23 years old, started his pro career at the age of just 18 in 2013 with the Diamondbacks Dominican Summer League team. In 2015, he was in low A Kane County, hit .315 that year, and then in 16 and 17, high A Visalia, still with the Diamondback system, over 100 combined games over those 2 years, hit a combined 18 homers, had 61 doubles, and drove in 111 runs. Another move over to first, Spoon back safe, so over a 2-year period, 61 two-baggers, just 30 a season, 111 RBIs, about 60 a year. Some good numbers. Revs needed the infield depth. They brought him in for it. He looks good out at short so far today in his season debut as he takes inside. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out and Travis Witherspoon on first base. 4-2 lead for the Road Warriors, home half of the 4th. One of the team's newest additions. They'll look for another knock. Castillo ready in the left-handed batter's box. Spoon looks runnerish at first. He takes off for second. The pitch is fouled off, and the count's 2-1. Spoon probably had that bag stolen. But Castillo got a pitch to hit, just fouled it off. Castillo's the tying run at the plate. Revs got their only 2 runs in the first inning on Dotel's opposite field 2-run homer. They haven't been able to figure out Felix Baez since. He's allowed just 5 hits. The 2-1, Spoon goes again, swing and a miss, fastball high, throw down to second is low and in the dirt, and Travis Witherspoon has himself a stolen base. So he's in scoring position now for Castillo, who has the count at 2-2. It was a fastball high from Baez that Castillo took a huge rip at, wasn't able to do anything with it. For Witherspoon, that's his 9th stolen base of the year. He's only been caught twice. Good percentages there. The Revs have their first stolen base of the game. The second stolen base, I should say. Dotel grabbed one earlier. So Castillo will now hit with a man on second and 1 out. 2-2 the count. We went from 2-0 to 2-2. Castillo ready. Low stance, ready to hit, bat on his shoulder. Baez checks on second, Spoon's out there. The 2-2, swing and a miss, slider in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, Escobar. He'll have to throw down to first. And Spoon stays at second. So strikeout and a 2-3 putout. As Castillo's retired. Brings up the 9-hitter, Roger Diaz. So here is Diaz, the catcher, making his 4th start of the year. This is his 2nd stint with the team. Just re-signed before today's game to come back, with the Revs needing some catching depth after Isaiah Tejeda had to go inactive with some visa issues. Tyler Clark on the DL. The only other healthy catcher is Luis Cruz. First pitch to Diaz. Slider misses inside. 1-0. Diaz struck out swinging his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Did not play in game 1. It was Cruz who was behind the dish and looked really good. A look at second for Baez. He's set on the mound. The pitch. Breaking ball over for a strike this time. And the count evens up at 1. Bottom 4. It's a 4-2 Road Warriors lead. Revs are threatening. Man in scoring position out at second. Tying run is at the plate. Diaz, the pitch, ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through. No, it does not. Chris Rivera, diving stop, throw to first, picked by Valentin. A web gem up the middle for Chris Rivera. That had single up the middle written all over it. But Chris Rivera, who hit a home run last inning, makes a diving stop this time around and robs Roger Diaz of an RBI single. No runs on no hits. There was an error and one man left in the fourth for the Revs. After 4 full, it's the Road Warriors 4 and the Revs 2.
Buying or selling? The auction houses of Dover and Mount Royal have you covered. From selling full estates to taking consignments on good, clean merchandise. Join us for weekly in-house auctions at Mount Royal. With food served during weekly auctions and 3 certified appraisers on staff, our friendly and courteous team will make the process easy and enjoyable. We offer a great deal on real estate, selling at 3% instead of real estate agents' commission rate of 6%. For more information, visit our Facebook page, call us at 717-963-3190, or visit our websites at www.theauctionhouseofdover.com and www.mtroyalauction.com.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack, 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Top of the 5th inning, Revs trail the Road Warriors 4-2. Josh Blanco takes over to make his season debut in relief of Jonathan Sanchez, who goes 4 innings. He threw 66 pitches, 49 of them for strikes, but leaves after giving up 4 runs, all of them earned on 9 hits. He was ineffective in this one. Struck out just 2, but the control was there. Sanchez didn't walk anybody, and that's been a problem for him in the past. So now Blanco takes over. First pitch he throws is a fastball in at 90 miles an hour. He gets that over to Jose Ruiz, the DH. Ruiz, Valentin, Pierre, 4-5-6. Left on left for Blanco. The Revs have added a 3rd lefty to their bullpen. There's a slider across the plate. And with the addition of Josh Blanco on the team, the Revs now have 3 left-handed starting pitchers and 3 left-handed relief pitchers. So a total of 6 southpaws on the team. And that's something that Mark Mason likes moving forward. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball just off the plate, a slider from Blanco. Blanco, a bit of an unknown commodity. 28 years old. He's from El Paso, Texas. Was originally drafted by the Angels in the 6th round of the 2018 draft, or the 2008 draft, excuse me. So Ruiz fouls one off. So a 6th round pick, pretty high for a guy. So good baseball pedigree. Spent 2008 through 2010 in rookie ball with the Angels. Then in 2011 he was out of their system, played for El Paso in his hometown in the American Association. Did not play professional baseball from 2012 through 2014, then came back in 2015 in the Can-Am. 1-2 pitch, Diaz sets up outside. It's grounded that way. Cuevas has it on a hot shot over at 3rd. Throw over to Burgess at the bag. 1 up, 1 down for Josh Blanco, so he retires the first batter he faces. 5-3 on the putout. Brings up Geraldo Valentin. 4-2 Road Warriors, top 5. Blanco gets some work in. In 2015, he was with Ottawa in the Can-Am League. Then 2016, spent time with Ottawa in the Can-Am League, then was signed, went to High A, High Desert in the Rangers organization. Pitched only 7 games there. There's a pitch and strike over on the heart of the plate. In 2017, he was back in the American Association with the Texas Air Hogs. Pitched in a career-high 34 games, all in relief. 0-1 to Valentine, chop foul, it's 0-2. And then 2018 was with the Winnipeg Goldeyes in the Can-Am. That's where he started the year. Was 1-0 with a .652 ERA in 14 games. Over 9 2/3 innings pitched. Giving up 7 runs, so the number's not great there, but a lefty with a live arm, and Mace wanted another lefty for the Pens, so enter Blanco. 0-2 the count now, 1 out in the inning, no one on. Pitch, fastball misses way inside. Valentine was almost clipped by that pitch. So Blanco, 2 separate stints in affiliated ball. The Angels for 3 years, and the Rangers for a brief stint in 2016. Road Warriors up 2 here in the 5th. 1-2 the count on Valentine. Fastball low and inside. It misses. Valentine will just let that one go by. 2-2 the count. Valentine comes in hitting .237. This is his 70th game of the year. He's now tied with Alfredo Silverio for 3rd most games played on the team. Only Gustavo Pierre at 74 and Jorge Fernandez at 71 have played in more. Well, Fernandez now at 72 and Pierre at 75. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, change up low in the zone. Josh Blanco is retired. The first 2 batters he's faced in a Revs uniform, and picks up his first strikeout. 3 strikeouts in the game now for Revs pitchers. Now Gustavo Pierre, the All-Star, will hit. Gustavo was selected to represent the Liberty Division in the All-Star game. Road Warriors had 3 All-Stars this season. A pitch from Blanco. And in for a strike, it's 0-1. Pierre's teammate Luis Cruz, who started game 1 today, was also in the All-Star game in Long Island. Pierre in an 0-1 hole. Pitch, fastball way inside. He has to get out of the way of that one. Count evens up at 1. Road Warriors lead at 4-2 over the Revs, top of the 5th inning. This is a 7-inning game. Game 1 went just 7, and I say it that way because all too often game 1 of a doubleheader that the Revs are in usually goes extras, but this one did not. 1-1. Line drive sinking quickly out to center. That gets down in front of Witherspoon, who was playing deep. And Gustavo Pierre is a 2-out base runner. He's now 2 for 3 in the game. Pierre had a single in game 1, so 3 hits on the day for the All-Star. Pierre's been playing a lot more shortstop lately. Osvaldo Martinez a day off, so it's Pierre playing some short. That brings up the 7-hitter Edwin Gomez, who has an RBI single in this one. He had 2 RBI singles in the first game, so a solid day for him at the bottom of the order. He's at 3rd base. Now Pierre takes off for second. Throw down from Diaz is a good one. The throw, though, gets away from Casilla, tips off his glove into right center. Castillo goes out and gets it. Casilla now laying on his back as he avoided what could have been a serious collision with Gustavo Pierre. Casilla a bit shaken up, but he looks okay out there as Henry Castillo will help him up. Alexi's good to go. Throw was pretty good from Diaz. It got down there quickly, but it tailed towards right center field, and because of that, Casilla, also having to deal with the runner coming at him, was not able to make the grab. So a stolen base for Gustavo Pierre. His first stolen base of the day. Man on second with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch misses inside, make it 2-0 on Edwin Gomez. This is Gomez's 62nd game of the season, hitting just .207, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Blanco looks at second, pauses on the mound, the 2-0 pitch, fastball way inside, it's 3-0. So Josh Blanco making his season debut, struggling to find the strike zone here in this AB with Gomez. Chris Rivera, who tanked a solo homer to left his last time up, is on deck. Revs trail by 2. It's 4-2 Road Warriors in the top of the 5th. Pierre on second with 2 down. Here's Blanco's 3-0. A misses low and away. A 4-pitch walk to Edwin Gomez. It's the first walk of the game issued by Revs pitching. And heading down to first is the third baseman Gomez. In fact, it's the first walk of the game for Revs pitcher, first walk of the day for Revs pitchers. Robert Carson did not walk a batter through 6 innings in game 1, and Highland Peguera did not walk any in his 1 inning. They each hit a batter in game 1, but no walks. That is the first of the night. Just after 10 o'clock Eastern in game 2 of this doubleheader. 4-2 lead for the Road Warriors. First pitch to Rivera. Inside, it misses for a ball. It gets away from Diaz. That'll go down as a passed ball. And the count is 1-0. First pass ball of the evening for Diaz. 1-0 on Rivera. So Gomez stays at first, but Pierre is able to move up to third. An insurance run for the Road Warriors is 90 feet away. Josh Blanco looking to keep this game where it is. Roger Diaz comes out in front of home plate, gives the signs to his infield. 2 outs and runners at the corners for Chris Rivera. 1-0 the count on Rivera. Rivera, the average just over 200, but he does have 8 home runs on the year. 2 in this ballpark. Last time he was in this park, he homered off last time he homered in this park was off Ross Detweiler. That was back in May. Ferris started the year with the Revs. Only played in 2 games, though. And he pops this one up, middle of the diamond, first base side. Michael Burgess is under it. In front of the pitcher's mound, he makes the grab, and the inning is over. So Josh Blanco works around a 2-out single and then a walk to get Rivera to pop out to end the threat. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on in the top of the 5th for the Road Warriors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Road Warriors 4 and the Revs 2.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Colin Cowherd. Ben Simmons will change the league. Ben Simmons is different, folks. A 6'10 point. Long, tough. He is already an elite defender, unheard of as a rookie. He completely controls tempo. Most rookies walk into this league, and it takes them a while to catch up to the speed of the NBA. It's the opposite with him. This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood Sure Save Markets.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs trail the Road Warriors by 2. It's 4-2 Road Warriors, bottom of inning number 5. Top of the order for the Revs, Jared Mitchell, Alexi Casilla, Wellington Dotel. They'll face Road Warriors starter Felix Baez, who's back out there for another inning, and we'll see how the Revs fare the 3rd time through the order. And that is often the case where teams start to figure out a starter. And Baez will work here in the 5th. No bullpen action for the Road Warriors. Just yet, that is. Mitchell, first pitch ball to him outside. Robert Carson now coaching first for the Revs, trying to spark a rally. Baez readies the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Mitchell blasts one high and deep out to right field. And that one's going to hook foul into the seats. Did not have home run distance. It was a towering shot, though. And the count goes to 1-1. Now, if you're wondering about Mitchell's power numbers this year, he has 4 homers. He's driven in 27 runs. Average at 268. He was 3 for 8 with 2 stolen bases, an RBI, and a run scored in the Revs' last series with Sugarland. 1-1 pitch from Baez. Mitchell takes low. It was a changeup, 2-1. Baez has made a couple of starts against the Revs this year. Went 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, and took the loss back on May 1st. A Revs 6-0 shutout win, but he won his last start against the Revs as Mitchell chops one out to second. Rivera waits back on it. Sidearm throw to first. Valentin holds the bag. And Mitchell's retired for the first out of the 5th. He's now 0 for 3. With 1 down and no one on, here's Casilla, the switch hitter. Casilla 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in this one. I mentioned Baez has beaten the Revs. That came on June 21st, an 8-3 Road Warriors win in Game 4 of a 4-game series. It was the only game the Road Warriors won in that series. He went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs and only 4 hits. Struck out 4 and walked 2 to get the win. But that is just one of 2 wins he has this year. 7 losses. The Revs have handed him one of those. Baez's last start, 5 2/3, 4 runs on 8 hits, a loss to Sugarland on the 18th of July. Now that ball gets away from Baez on the throwback from his catcher, Escobar, and it'll go into center field. Pierre will pick it up, throw it out of play, and Baez will get a new baseball. 4-2 Road Warriors lead in the bottom of the 5th. They have 4 runs on 10 hits. Road Warriors hit the ball pretty well in Game 1, but did not win the game. The Revs did. Casilla takes outside. Revs had 10 hits in Game 1. The Road Warriors have it here in Game 2. 2-0 the count with 1 out on Casilla. Third baseman Gomez playing at the edge of the third base grass on Casilla. Everybody else back. The 2-0 pitch to Alexi. He takes strike on the top half of the strike zone right there. Fastball from Baez, 85. Casilla, the average up to 314. Looking to get that even higher. He pops this one up straight up in the air, but foul out of play behind home plate. Count evens up at 2 with 1 out in the inning. 4-2 Road Warriors, home half of the 5th. Felix Baez, the Road Warriors starter, still out there. Ortega is loosening up in the Road Warriors bullpen. That's Jose Ortega, right-hander, and right-hander Joe Van Meter loosening up in the Revs pen. 2-2 to Casilla. He slaps it the other way. A fair ball down the left field line into the left field corner. Casilla digging for 2, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double. He just flicked his bat out and served it over Edwin Gomez's head down the third base line. It got inside that chalk line down left field. And Alexi has another hit. He's 2 for 3 in the game. First Rev with multiple hits against Felix Baez. Casilla now on base safely for the 4th time in this one. He walked twice, stole a bag, and scored 2 runs in Game 1. So the on-base percentage skyrocketing for Alexi. Now Wellington Dotel comes to bat with a man on second and only 1 out. Revs trail by 2. Dotel is the tying run. He has a 2-run homer today. It's scored both him and Casilla. Obviously it scored Dotel, but the point is that the man who also scored on his homer is out there again. And now time is called. There'll be a meeting on the mound with the Road Warriors, so they'll talk things over. The time is called as Road Warriors will talk things over out on the mound. 4-2 lead for the Road Warriors in the bottom of inning number 5. The Revs have the tying run at the plate. It's Casilla out at second. And it's Dotel at the dish. So the meeting on the mound is over. Wellington Dotel will hit. Baez stays in after the meeting on the mound. Casilla doubled just a couple moments ago. Now Dotel up in a big spot. Open stance now for Dotel. And the pitch. Breaking ball off the plate. And the count's 1-0. Revs led 2-0 after one. They have not led since. 1-0. Dotel backs away from that curveball inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Baez trying to find the strike, so again, he's trying to get out of this fifth inning. If he can get through the fifth with the lead, he will qualify for the win. 2-0. Fastball misses outside. Three balls and no strikes now on Dotel. Baez looks at Casilla at second, and the pitch flicked foul out of play the other way. A 3-0 green light for Wellington. The count goes to 3-1. Bullpen action continues for both teams. Casilla dancing off second base, big lead. And now Baez will step off, worried about Casilla, who could be trying to get in Baez's head. Could help the batter, Wellington Dotel at the plate. Dotel looking to do some damage. He's 2 for 2. And the pitch. He takes all the way on 3-1, and it's 3-2. A slider over for strikes. Casilla and Dotel have been the only guys doing damage here in Game 2. Both have a pair of hits. Single and a double each. Or a single and a homer, I should say, for Dotel. A single and a double for Casilla. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Revs trail by 2, but Dotel can change that with one swing. Baez waits for the sign from the catcher. Escobar gives it. Look at second. Baez is set. Now he steps off. Really worried about Casilla out at second base. And the fans don't like it. They're growing restless. Now the sound effects of crickets being played is, well, it's kind of how it feels right now. Some mind games being played out there. The 3-2 to Dotel. Ground ball the other way. Past the diving Chris Rivera into right field. Casilla coming around to score. Throw to the plate is up the line. Dotel digging for 2. And the Revs cut the deficit in half. It's now a 4-3 game. RBI single for Wellington Dotel. He's 3 for 3. He continues to pound the cover off the baseball. Goes the other way once again. A 3-hit night for Dotel. The Revs cut it within 1. Casilla comes around to score his second run of the game. And they are seeing Felix Baez much better in this 5th inning, the 3rd time through the order. And that's going to be it for Baez. He will not get through the 5th. He goes 4 1/3 innings. Eli Rodriguez, a slow walk to the mound to take out his starter. And now that'll be it. They'll go to Jose Ortega out of the pen. We'll take a quick break on the broadcast. But the Revs have cut it within 1. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead run is at the plate in the form of Melky Mesa when we return. So we'll go to a break, but we're in the bottom of the 5th. Only 1 out, and the Revs trail by 1. Stick with us.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here. Play ball! The new Sports Radio 1350.
Wellington Dotel has all 3 RBIs in the game for the Revs. It's 4-3 Road Warriors bottom 5. Dotel just singled home Alexi Casilla with an opposite field knock to right. Casilla scored from second. And the Revs now within 1 of the Road Warriors. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Jose Ortega comes out of the Road Warriors bullpen. He takes over for Baez, who goes 4 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 runs so far. His line is not closed. He's responsible for Dotel out at second. He allowed 7 hits in his 4 1/3 innings. And the Revs will try to play comeback again. Game 1 was a comeback win. Final line, other than the run scored for Baez, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts. And he did not walk a batter. But now Melky Mesa will be the first man to greet Jose Ortega in this one. Mesa drove in 3 runs in game 1 of this doubleheader. And he'll get a chance to drive in more here. Runner at second, that's Dotel. He's the tying run. 4-3 Road Warriors, bottom 5. 1 out in the inning. Right on right, Ortega and Mesa. First pitch from Ortega, swing and a miss. Mesa gassed up in the zone, 93 miles an hour on the gun. No balls and 1 strike, 1 out in the inning. Ortega set. Comes to the plate and the pitch. Fastball misses low. New catcher into the game too, as well as the pitching change. Isaac Wenrick takes over behind the plate for Armindo Escobar. Not sure the reason for the change, but that is a straight change at catcher. And the straight change on the mound. Baez done after 4 1/3. Ortega now on the hill. Jose comes set. Dotel out at second. Decent sides lead. The 1-1. Fastball misses up and in. It's 2-1. Ortega 0-1 in 24 appearances with a 4.91 ERA. 25 2/3 innings of work. Opponents hitting .298 against him. He's allowed only 4 extra base hits though. 1 home run, 3 doubles. Dotel short lead off second. Rivera trying to keep him close. Ortega set. Ready's the 2-1 pitch. Here it is. Fastball swing and miss low in the zone. Mesa chased. And that evens the count at 2. Revs and Road Warriors in a tight one here in game 2 of a doubleheader. It's the Road Warriors 4 and the Revs 3. 4 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Road Warriors. 3-7-1 for the Revs. Ortega ready to go. The 2-2 to the plate. Slider misses just off and a little bit low, and the count runs full. Mesa working a good AB. Michael Burgess is on deck, so he will get a chance to face the right-hander Ortega, unless Mesa for some reason hits into a double play here. 3-2 the count. Revs down 1, bottom 5. Ortega has to come with a pitch. Here it is. Mesa flicks it foul out of play, right field side. And the count remains full. Some suspense here in the bottom of the 5th of this 7-inning game. The Revs with the go-ahead run at the plate, the tying run in scoring position at second. Dotel has driven in all 3 runs for the Revs. Alexi Casilla has scored 2 of the runs. Dotel the other. That came on a home run. Mesa has an extra base hit in the game. He doubled his first time up on a blooper that Matt Hibbert didn't see in center. 3-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Mesa pops it up, but fouls it out of play right field side. Isaac Wenrick a run for it, but he will run out of room. Wellington Dotel has gotten the Revs within one with his opposite field single, scoring Casilla from second. And after the hit, it was a pitching change for the Road Warriors. They went to the pen. Runner on second is still Baez's responsibility. The 3-2 to Mesa once more. Fly ball left center field. Matt Hibbert giving chase, not too deep. He makes the grab in left center. Dotel tags, throw goes into third, but it'll be cut off by Gustavo Pierre. A productive out number 2 in the inning, even though it is out number 2. Mesa flies out to left center. Going to third is Dotel, so he does a good job at least moving up on it. An F8 in the book for Mesa. Well, here's Michael Burgess, the first baseman, 0 for 2. He flew out to left his last time up after grounding out his first time up. Burgess in game 1 was not retired at the plate. Infield single and a run scored in the second inning of game 1. Then an RBI single in the third inning, was hit by a pitch in the fourth, so he fared well at the plate. Looking for a knock here in game 2. First pitch to Burgess, fastball right over the heart of the plate, 83 on the gun. Burgess leads the Revs in home runs this year. He can give the Revs the lead with just one flick of the wrist and put one out. We know how strong he is. Tying run on third, that's Dotel with 2 outs in the inning. Burgess takes low and outside, it's 1-1. Burgess, team high 11 homers. He's driven in 36 runs, tie for second on the team in that department. Trails only Dotel. And Burgess now at 37 with 1 RBI in game 1. Dotel has 40, thanks to the 3 RBIs here in game 2. The 1-1, Burgess sends it out to right field, a base hit. The Revs tie the game on Burgess's RBI single. Dotel in to score. And we've got a brand new ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Michael Burgess gets jammed in on the hands and is able to fight one off past Chris Rivera out at second. That run is charged to Ortega. No, that run is charged to Baez. So he officially gives up 4 runs. So now his line is officially complete. 4 1/3, 4 runs, all earned on 7 hits, 3 Ks, and no walks. The Revs tie the game on the Burgess single. He now has his first hit of game 2, second RBI of the day, and 3rd hit overall. Here's Jose Cuevas trying to keep it moving. Go-ahead run at first. We're tied at 4 in the bottom of the 5th now. 8 hits in the game for the Revs, 10 for the Road Warriors. Cuevas trying to find some luck at the plate. He's lined back to the pitcher twice, 1 in each game. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jose. He takes all the way. It's a strike, 1-1. Two outs in the inning. Burgess on first after the game-tying RBI single. Cuevas looking to do something. Junior Rincon up in the Revs bullpen. Joe Van Meter no longer loosening up. 1-1 to Cuevas. Slider misses low and away. Baez was not eligible for the win when he left the game, but he does lose the lead for his team, even though Ortega gave up that last inherited run. It is charged to Baez. 2-1, Cuevas takes outside just off the plate, and the count swells to 3-1. Seven of the Revs' 8 hits have come through from the 2 through 5 hitters in the lineup. Casilla, Dotel, Mesa, and Burgess. Cuevas trying to change that and help the bottom of the lineups cause out. The 3-1 pitch from Ortega. Fastball low. Then Cuevas walks. Ball 4. So now with runners at first and second, that brings up Travis Witherspoon. Daryl, I'll get you back on the broadcast now as we're in a critical point in the game. 4-4 bottom 5, and you got a guy at the plate, Witherspoon, who hasn't done a ton driving in runs this season, but has an opportunity here.
That would be big. They've been battling all night, grinding away at this.
First pitch to Spoon, fastball, believe it was called a ball there. Not a distinct call from Scott Hart, but it is called ball 1.
A lot of patient at bats on this comeback, working these guys. Just need one.
Revs and Road Warriors tied at 4, bottom 5. Pitch from Ortega, swing and a miss. Into the glove of Wenrick, it's 1-1. Revs were down 4-2 coming into the inning. They've now tied the game. They're looking for a doubleheader sweep. They do have one on the season. It was on June 30th against Somerset. Ortega looks at Burgess at second. The 1-1 to Spoon, fouled to the backstop. He's on Ortega. Count goes to 1-2. 2 runs in the first inning for the Revs. The Road Warriors came right back with 2 in the top of the second. They got single runs in the third and fourth to go up 4-2. Revs have come back to tie the game in the bottom of the 5th. Ortega trying to get out of the inning for his team. Revs looking to spoil that. Look at second. The 1-2 to Spoon. Sends one the other way to right to Geraldo Valentin, the first baseman. He steps on first, and that ends the inning. But the Revs get 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on in the inning. Daryl Henry taken back over on the play-by-play in the top of the 6th. We go there next. Revs and Road Warriors knotted at 4.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
I'm a meal delivery engineer, a server, and I love it. But now, with Keno from the Pennsylvania Lottery, this place is livelier than 2-for-1 app night. See, while I guide my guests from nachos to gnocchi, they're picking numbers to win cash with drawings every 4 minutes. Keno's fun, exciting, and goes with everything on the menu, except maybe the 4-alarm fries. Stay away from those. Keno, it's here. Play it at your favorite bar or restaurant.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 6th inning in this 7-inning game, which is a lot like the 8th inning in a 9-inning game. It is a 4-4 score. Joe Van Meter takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts, as he will face 9-1-2 in the Road Warriors order. Revs tying it up with 2 in the 5th. Couple of back and forth games today. Matt Hibbert leads off. First pitch fastball is in for a strike. Game 1 was back and forth until the Revs erupted for 4 in the 4th, put it away. And this one, the Revs had an initial lead. Road Warriors tied it, then went ahead. Now the Revs have tied it back up. 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Fastball at 90 from Joe. Hibbert in this game 2 for 2. RBI single back in the second. Van Meter 2-3, 5.21 ERA, 20 outings, 7 starts. And the pitch. Right there, strike 3. Outside corner called at 91. Hibbert down looking. He's got some verbiage on his way back to the Road Warriors dugout, and he hasn't been the only one tonight. One down here in the top of the 6th. Now their dugout letting Scott Hart hear it. At what point will he have had enough? This is Van Meter's first outing since Sunday, which was the last time the Revs played. Here is Silverio. He fires away and comes up empty. Back at the top of the order, Alfredo Silverio tonight 1 for 3, doubled in the 4th. Now the 0-1, and it just missed away. The Revs, again, will be departing this stadium at about 3:30 in the morning for Sugar Land. The last time we did that, Van Meter was called the night before, told, "You're starting tomorrow." It's the 1-1, and it just missed away. That was when Ross Detweiler was signed by the Mariners. Joe was at dinner with Ross and a couple of others, and was there to share in the good news. 2-1, swinging a fly ball right field. Mitchell turns, going back deep in right center, and he's got it, backing up in front of Cannonball Charlie. Mitchell with enough room out in the middle of the warning track in deep right center. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Ball's been carrying, traveling tonight. And Mitchell had to keep going and going. And now we'll have a pitching change as Mace makes his way to the hill. And Junior Rincon was up and loosening, and he will make his way in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts here in the top of the 6th inning. Base is empty, 2 outs. We're tied at 4. And Rincon will take over when we come back.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Enter Junior Rincon here with 2 outs in the 6th inning, tied at 4. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Isaac Wenrick will be the hitter. He came in to catch when Baez was lifted last inning. They changed pitcher and catcher. Wenrick started game 1 today, 1 for 3 with an RBI double, hitting at .222 for the year. And Rincon ready to face him. Bases empty, 2 outs. First pitch, slipped, breaking ball misses way high. Rincon 0-3, but he's got 9 saves, .243 ERA, and 32 outings. He was last in last Friday. Been a while. The pitch. And a swing and a foul back in the hands of Wenrick. 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Road Warriors. 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for York. Revs trying to come from behind to sweep the doubleheader. They won the opener 7-3. A game that the Road Warriors led early, so that was a comeback. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball erupting right through the inner part of the zone. 1-2. 92 in on the fists. Rincon trying to get the offense back up there. Road Warriors with Andrew Johnston up in their bullpen. Rincon ready. Guard the lines in the infield. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Breaking ball in the dirt. Diaz smothers. He runs out for the angle and throws down to first. Inning over as Van Meter and Rincon combine to retire the side in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th in Game 2 tonight. Revs and Road Warriors tied at 4.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Summer started off hot, and it's only going to get hotter at York Mitsubishi. Sales Manager Doug Sprinkle here. Our Not a Zip Zilch program was so successful last month that we're keeping it going in July, making it even better. Remember, it's all about paying 0 finance charges over 72 months on new Mitsubishis, like the all-new Eclipse Cross, 7-passenger Outlander, and Outlander Sport. And just added on the Outlander and Outlander Sport an additional $1,000 in down payment assistance. Plus, no payments for 90 days. And don't forget about the great gas-sipping, best-selling Outlander PHEV plug-in hybrid, rated at an amazing 74 miles per gallon equivalent. York Mitsubishi is still giving out top dollar for all trade-ins, and we want to approve everyone for credit. More stuff for less money and almost twice the warranty of the competition. It's only at York Mitsubishi, around the corner of Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue, York, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Come check us out at YorkMitsubishi.com.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Tied at 4, bottom of the 6th in this 7-inning game. So at any point now, a Revs victory would count as a last at bat victory. If they were to score here and finish it in the 7th inning, that would be their final at bat of the night, as Henry Castillo leads things off. 6'5" righty Andrew Johnston is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. He's been an outstanding reliever in this league throughout his career. Castillo digs in. First pitch is over for a strike. Castillo, Diaz, and Mitchell due up. Henry Castillo in his debut tonight, 1 for 2 with a double. 0-1, and a swing and a miss on that sinker running down and away. Johnston 2-1, 2.96 ERA. He's emerged as their closer, and they have not had a lot of opportunities, but he has 8 saves. He deals, and it runs away, 1-2. 27 and a third innings, 29 hits, 15 Ks, 9 walks. On the stretch, and the pitch. Swinging a dribbler foul over to Diaz, who is on deck. Sugarland has won 12-4 at New Britain on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Revs need to win to stay within 2.5. James Russell gave up 4, but went 5 2/3 to get the win. Josh Outman the loss, 5 innings, 8 runs. Pitch, And a swing and a fly ball the other way and left. Silverio comes in. It's shallow. He's got it. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Revs just need to do something offensively, string a couple hits together, get some guys on base. Johnson, a tough guy out there to face. But this game does play in the Revs' favor moving forward. They are the home team. And I think when you stack up both bullpens, the Revs have the advantage pitching-wise. So the longer this game goes, I think the Revs can hang better. But they'd like to end it in 7.
Here's Diaz, and the first one's inside. He is 0 for 2 tonight.
Got robbed of a base hit up the middle. Would have scored a run his last time. Chris Rivera made a heck of a play.
Yeah, that's a big factor right now. 1-0, and that's across for a strike. Lancaster split their doubleheader. They won 5-0 over Long Island, then lost 11-6. Joe Gardner, 3 1/3, 7 runs in game 2. Pitch is swung on, dribbled to third base. Charging in Gomez, reaches low, and he dumps it in the dirt. Valentin can't handle it. Diaz safe at first. Gomez charging. He looked a little off balance, having to reach all the way down. He is 6'3". He's also listed as an outfielder, but playing third. And right around the pitcher's mound, he tried to baby that throw, dumped it in the dirt, and Valentin couldn't get it to stick.
Well, he had all the time in the world right there. With Diaz running, and it's just a rough throw there for Gomez. He threw off balance, like you mentioned, and that's probably what caused it.
Here's Jared Mitchell. Revs have sides loosening. Mitchell 0 for 3 in the second game. 2 hits, 2 runs in the first one. Pitch. It misses away, a changeup. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. That error on Gomez will be the Road Warriors' 3rd of this game. 1-0. And that misses in the dirt. Changeup blocked to the left by Wenrick. 2 balls, no strikes. Somerset apparently has just beaten Southern Maryland 4-3 and 10. Johnston ready. The 2-0. And that's across for a strike. He doesn't light up the radar gun. A lot of sinking stuff, change-ups, slider mixed in. Saw him with Sugarland, where he had some outstanding years. Camden before that. 2-1. And a change-up misses down and away. Now Mitchell's got it in his favor. Casilla on deck. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but sides is loosening. Should the Revs go in front, and maybe regardless at home, if you don't use your closer, you're never going to have the lead for him. If you take the lead, you'll win. Pitch is swung on, hit in the air, left center. Hibbert racing over. He's got a beat on it and makes the grab. 2 outs as Diaz retreats to first base. Now Mitchell, pretty much a line drive, but had hang time. Hibbert able to cut over and get there, and Casilla will bat with 2 away.
It's probably going to take a ball in the right center or left field gap to score Diaz from first, even though there are 2 outs and he'll be running on anything hit. It's not a lot of speed out there, and the Revs really don't have any options for pinch running. Only Dent and Cruz on the bench, and if you pinch run for Diaz, you have to burn a catcher.
A big swing from Casilla, who came up empty, 0-1.
And you wouldn't pinch run with Luis Cruz. It doesn't do you much better. So at that point, they'd have to put Dent out there, which would burn their entire bench. So it just doesn't look like it's a move that Mark Mason can make.
There's the 0-1. And a line drive the other way and left. Out over short, it'll drop. Out over Pierre, ranging back. Had his glove extended up. And Casilla serves it in. He is 3 for 4 here in game 2. And it's first and second for Wellington Dotel.
That's the guy you want up right now. Wellington's been really solid tonight with the bat. 3 knocks, including that homer. Tripled in game 1. If he doubles in this at bat, he'll have cycled on the day.
Ooh. It's a good day.
That counts, right?
Yeah. We can count whatever we want, Michael.
That's true. I mean, there's no one stopping us.
We write this stuff. Dotel in this game, 3 for 3, 2-run homer, RBI single. First pitch, it is over for a strike, a slider. First and second, 2 outs. Diaz, the lead runner at second. He is not fleet of foot. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Johnston ready. And the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball left side right to Gomez. Throws to second, and it is there with Rivera covering to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. Inning-ending fielder's choice, and this game will go to the 7th. Game 2 of the doubleheader, tied 4-4.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack. 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 7th inning, tied at 4. Grant Sides will come on for the Revs. Road Warriors with 3, 4, and 5 due up. Another pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. As Sides comes into the tie game, his 23rd game of the year. 2-0 with a 1.54 ERA, 9 saves. 23 and a third, only 16 hits. Opponents hitting 195. He was last in last Friday night. Couple strikeouts and a scoreless 9th inning, a 1-0 win against Sugar Land that started this homestand. And little did we know what we were in for with the weather that would follow beginning the day after, but it's been about a week since Sides has been in. Anthony Ray will lead off the 7th. 1 for 2 since coming into the game. Single and a run. First pitch from Sides, a foul tip straight to the backstop. On that fastball at 91. So, as the home team, you can't wait to use the closer until you score at this point. If you score, the game's over. So you may as well put him in as one of your top guys, try to keep it tied. He's ready. The 0-1. And a fastball right on the outside corner. Strike 2 taken. Sides the stretch. Long set, time asked for by Ray, who backs out.
I think he wanted that time called, and now it gives him a chance to regroup and maybe think about another pitch here. That could be it on 0-2.
Now ready to go. And he deals. And a half swing. Ray went around on it. High fastball at 93 gets him. And there's one down here in the top of the 7th inning.
It's a good pitch. It didn't need to be in the zone. 0-2, a hitter more prone to chase right there. And sides just elevated enough that Ray couldn't do anything with it.
And now Jose Ruiz, he is 1 for 3. Single in between 2 groundouts tonight. They guard the lines in the infield. And sides fires. Fastball right there, strike 1. That one at 92. One thing about tonight I'm realizing, I should have slept more on the days with all those rainouts.
Yeah.
Because it's not happening tonight.
No.
The 0-1. And a fastball missing down low.
All right, maybe at least packed on the off days.
Great point.
Yeah.
Could have done that. Had all the time in the world. That hasn't been done either. Side set. The 1-1. Fastball. It is a called strike. Down at the knees. 93. And he's got some giddy up on the fastball tonight.
It's good to see the velocity. Hasn't pitched in a little while. And really all these relievers haven't pitched in a while. And the Revs bullpen has done an excellent job tonight.
Nice shade Ruiz the other way. Again, the corner's tight to the line. Sides the pitch. Swinging a high chop at second. Casilla to his right. He gloves, plants, fires, got him. 2 up, 2 down. In the bottom of the 7th inning, looks like it'll still be Johnston, nobody up. Revs will have Mesa, Burgess, and Cuevas due up.
Sounds like a run. And I say a run because assuming sides can get out of this unscathed, that's all the Revs will need. It's about time for another walk-off here in York.
Yeah.
Only 1 this year.
Absolutely. Here's Geraldo Valentin. He's 1 for 2. Single, also a sac fly. And sides with the pitch. Swinging a foul the other way and right. Well out of play toward the first base gate. And there's about 4 or 5, well, now 6. There's a straggler. Kids who, across maybe 3 sections, that all at once racing up the stairs. Sides ready. And the 0-1. Fastball misses down and away. That one ramped up to 96. 4-4, our score. Last game in the league is still being played tonight. 1-1. And a liner the other way. Base hit right field. Valentin shoots at Oppo. And has his second hit here in game 2.
Well, Darryl, in other news, the Phils came up with another win tonight. Hoskins, Santana, and Williams all homered. For the Phillies fans out there, figured I'd throw it out.
Yeah. It's of local interest. What'd the Orioles do?
Yeah, well, I mean, did they trade anybody else? I guess that's the question at this point.
Give those folks an update as well.
See what Baltimore did. Lost 4-3 to the Rays, so the O's another loss. It's been a tough year for them.
Here's Pierre. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball down. It's like a new set of baseballs brought in from Milton Miles, Revs home clubhouse manager.
Helping it out. Oh, and also for the Pirates fans in the area out here in Pennsylvania, they lost 12-6 to the Mets, but they're looking to add at the deadline, so that's a positive note. Sides
ready. The 0-1. And in the dirt, blocked by Diaz. Got square to that one. It was with Sides where right before the All-Star break, Diaz had a couple in the dirt that got by in Southern Maryland. But he obviously now has caught him before. It's going to be one of the toughest things for a catcher coming in is to learn all these guys, how their stuff moves. Not to mention what they like to throw in certain spots. But 1-1, swing and a drive foul and right. That'll sail into the picnic area. A ball and 2 strikes. As Sides tries to get the boys to the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 4. And if the Revs were to win tonight, it would be their second walk-off win of the season. First was June 29th, Michael Burgess home run against Somerset in the 9th. He is due up second. Sides ready, the 1-2. Breaking ball, grounded left side, that'll get through. Castillo at short, laid out to the backhand, but it finds a hole. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Pierre with his 3rd hit here in Game 2 tonight. Road Warriors have 12 now in the game. First and second for Edwin Gomez. Gomez tonight 1 for 2, RBI single in the second, also a walk. He's got a total of 3 RBI singles in this doubleheader. He is one of 2 switch hitters on their roster. He'll bat from the left. Jorge Fernandez is the other. He left the game after the 2nd inning. Not entirely sure why. Now Gomez digs in. First and second, 2 outs. Sides trying to keep it tied in the top half. First pitch, swing, and he tips one foul at the plate. Straight down, it bounced up off Gomez. It is 0-1.
Well, so an update on that Phillies game. They hit 7 homers, not 3. The 3, I think, were just in 1 inning.
Oh.
7.
That's a night.
Yeah.
Here's the stretch. The 0-1. And it's fouled off over the third base roof. 2 strikes to Gomez. That's a week for some teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 7 dingers in the game. The report from my dad is that it was Hoskins, Franco, Williams had 2 each, and then Santana hit 1. 3 guys with 2 homers.
Oh, wow.
You hang them, we bang them.
Pitch, it is right there. Strike 3 called. 93 from Sides, who works a scoreless top of the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Revs trying to win it, tied 4-4.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with Tropical Shaved Ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs will try to win it 4-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Malky Mesa will lead things off. Michael Burgess, Jose Cuevas due to follow as the Revs go for their second walk-off win of the season. And Mesa to lead things off against Andrew Johnston. His first pitch is driven deep but foul. Mesa out in front and hits it down the line and foul onto Arch Street. Just a hair early on it. Tonight 1 for 3. A bloop double back in the first inning. The only walk-off belonging to Burgess this year. A homer back on June 29th. The 0-1. And it misses down and away. The Road Warriors using Johnston for multiple innings. Scoreless 6th. Had a runner reach on an error. Then Casilla on a single. But he's stranded too. The 1-1. And it misses down low. Now Mesa just a hair early on the first pitch. And Johnston has not allowed a home run all year if you're thinking walk-off blast. He's a sinker guy, keeps it down. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss. He kept that one down. Against Johnston, the Revs may need to manufacture this thing. Road Warriors guard the line at third, not at first. Valentin is off the line, playing Mesa to pull it. Outfield straight up. The 2-2. Inside, Mesa jumps back. Now he works it full. Revs will be leaving here soon for their trip to Sugar Land. The 3-2. Breaking ball missed high. Lead-off walk. Mesa is on to start the bottom of the 7th. Winning run on base. And Michael Burgess, senior, to the plate. He has authored the only walk-off winner for the Revs this year, the first of his Revs career, back on June 29th. And the Revs in that scenario were down a run in the bottom of the 9th inning. And his home run gave them a 4-3 win against the Patriots that night. And Johnston's first pitch here, swung on, ripped toward the middle, base hit right center, past the dive of Rivera, and Mesa trying to make it to third. He will. He almost ran into the shortstop. Pierre, who was right around the base path, just past second, but Mesa makes it to third. No harm, no foul, and the winning run is 90 feet away. Not a walk-off blast for Burgess this time, but a base hit that'll put the Revs on the brink of their second walk-off win of the year. And Rivera, who made a great play back in the 4th inning, robbing Diaz of a potential run-scoring hit, dove to his right, came close, but Burgess hits it by him. And now the Road Warriors will bring the infield in, and Cuevas will try to end it. First and third, nobody out. The pitch, he swings, pops it up. Shallow right, Rivera out from second, called off by Ray from right, coming in almost to the infield. And there's one down. Now Cuevas with the pop-up to shallow right as he tried to go after the first pitch and get one that he could elevate and drive and get the job done. Johnston gets him, though. One away. Here's Travis Witherspoon. Now, he's tough to double up, so they have a decision. Double play depth or in, and it looks like they're going to go halfway. Spoon tonight 0 for 3. Now they'll bring him most of the way in. And the pitch. Right there, it's a called strike. Johnson, a guy that you want to get a look at, as again, he doesn't light up the radar gun, keeps it down, moves it. A lot of sync to his stuff. The delivery looks a little bit different. First and third, one out. Burgess the big hit to advance Mesa after the leadoff walk. Now the stretch, the 0-1, and a swing at a deep drive to left but foul. Witherspoon a little early, and he cranks it out of the stadium in pretty much the same area where Mesa hit his to begin the inning. Out over the end section of seats and left. It hit Arch Street, but it hit it in foul territory. No balls, 2 strikes. And Johnston looks in. He's got his sign, the stretch, and the 0-2. Down and in. Witherspoon kicks the back foot out of the way. Revs trying to head off on an important week-long trip to Texas on a high note. Witherspoon looking for his first walk-off winner with the Revs. Infield most of the way in. The stretch, the 1-2. And a line drive, base hit center field, game over! Milky Mesa in to score, and Travis Witherspoon is the hero. Line drive, walk-off single up the middle. And the Revs win it in the bottom of the 7th inning, 5-4. They sweep the doubleheader from the Road Warriors. Their second walk-off win of the year. Travis Witherspoon, the first walk-off hit of his Revs career. They nail him with the ice bucket. As the debris remains on the dirt by first, here comes Cuevas with another one. One wasn't enough. They got him twice. And a happy bunch of Revs head off with a doubleheader sweep. Big end of the homestand. We had to wait what seemed like a week for it. And what a win, as Spoon is the hero. They needed that. And now they can go pack.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
You were down there, Mike, at field level.
Of course. When I had to go change the battery on the crowd mic, I figured why not stay down there and get a video of the walk-off. And I figured at least maybe stay down for Mesa to lead off the inning, see if he could hit a walk-off dinger. And that first swing, I mean, just a few feet left of that foul pole. I mean, it had the distance. So then once Mesa reached, I'm like, all right, well, Burgess has a chance to hit one out anytime he steps up to the plate. So see what Mike does. Got a video of his knock, hoping that thing would find a gap, but I set up first and third, so at that point I just had to stay down there and get the footage. And then, you know, once Cuevas flew out, I'm thinking Spoon's ending this, and he did. So I did get the footage, and it was pretty good stuff, so right up close and personal, and figured, you know, you're going to have to call up here. I might as well get some footage to go with it.
That was sweet. What a sweet way to end a long night as the Revs sweep the doubleheader, 8-7 in the second half. Back above 500, 40-38 overall for the year. Their second doubleheader sweep of the season. And Travis Witherspoon, your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game tonight, as he wins its second walk-off win of the year. And the Revs with their 65th all-time, 63rd here at PeoplesBank Park. They had a couple in Camden back in 2007 before the stadium was built and ready for action. But a 5-4 win in the bottom of the 7th. Revs do it in walk-off fashion tonight and get the sweep. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Brimmer has been York's license and notary specialist since 1969. An approved online messenger for PennDOT, it offers registration and driver's license renewals, online title transfers, money orders, and notary service, all with a friendly staff that guarantees your satisfaction. For more information on Brimmer's convenient hours and fast service, call 717-699-1060 in York or visit them on the web at brimmers.com.